Okay, so last time you guys finished off your exploration of the ruined tower that had not seen use in 20 plus years, at least not used by the people who created it as a kind of watchtower for the wars in the north. Getting into the underground of such, you found yourselves another lab. However, this one was much more in a state you could investigate it and not exactly just glass all across the floor. Trapped here, you found a giant, though you couldn't really identify their species any further, who was being tortured by a machine, shocking them periodically. And as it shocked the beasts, it stripped them of their flesh and blood. And it seems they were having their materials collected so that the people who have been working amongst these labs could create more of whatever they are creating. However, this lab had been booby-trapped to several degrees, as the machine itself was rigged to explode if it was to be tampered in a way that the person who knew how to use it would essentially hide the evidence. As well as that, a few of the rooms had also some traps set within them, though thankfully you all survived, though probably scarred in both physical and mental ways. Freeing the giants, you saw that they did have regenerative properties, which is probably what the people in these labs are trying to put down into a bottle and distribute it. Whilst there, you were also able to pick up some more journal entries. However, these were seemingly related to the people behind these schemes. They did talk about other labs and that some of them had come under suspicion, some of them being deserted, the one you had found in the ruined tower being one of them, though set to continue collecting the materials. As well as that, it did speak about using these serums on both the flora and fauna, and that serum 14 was relegated to having the regeneration properties, though it had varying degrees of success. As well as in that journal, you found that when it was written, that they had spent 4 months in this locale, which was at least 2 months before the citizens of Maeyta had undergone any ill effects of said creatures, or at least eating their meat. And with that, you were running very low on places to go, though you still had that spiked door. And through talking with the giant, who revealed his name to be Kazko, did note that the spiked door indeed held one of either the labs or just some relevance to the scientists. He'd also pointed out two new locations on your map, one of them being a riverbound cave, and not a YouTube video, Jester, as well as a forest that had nature magic. Though this was just words that Kazko heard, he didn't know anything further except that they had some importance. Releasing the giants, he headed up north, though his use of giants did have a lot of common words in it, as they are kind of like cousin languages. You weren't able to get a pristine dialect with the creature, though it seemed that they were returning it to their kin. And from there, you decided you would head to the closest place, which was the door that had sightings from the creatures who informed the Fae Mary that spite creatures were coming out of and going into. On your way there, somebody rolled terribly on their watch at the night and was unable to at least see the massacre of several more mandragoras, who are most likely mistaken for vegetables, or it's possible that the creatures that ate them didn't really care either way. And you eventually reached the door. It was easy enough to find as you knew where it was located, as well as able to open, which you are now within. As you've all found yourself in a very dark underground, though it doesn't seem like you're alone, though it's possible you have some interior fears going on, or there is somebody watching you. Every so often, you've been hearing voices whispering across the corridors, though you already know that sound passes by through here very easily. Your footsteps have been echoing, as well as any combat has also been echoing throughout. You know for sure that at least one of the stone archways you passed under, however, did some sort of scanning or some other thing, as whenever anyone walked under it, at least the first time, it spoke out seemingly your species or race. And the one coming under suspicion outside of the comedic vegetable naming for Menfa was when Demir went through the archway. It called him a vampire. He hasn't had a thirst for blood yet, however, he has been a bit weird ever since your travels up north. And speaking of the travels up north, it was in the northern part of this underground you had fought another one of those mutated snakes. And after it dealt quite a few bites out, you did investigate Clark, though thankfully she hasn't shown any signs of change, though it is entirely possible it takes some time. And we ended off last session just as you were defeating these spore boars in the corridor, having some lovely explosives from Menfa hitting the walls and none of the party. So I guess it's half and half for if that was good or bad. And we shall continue from there.
So which way do you want to go?
South.
South it is. Crumb, lead the way.
Your bravery never ceases to amaze, and I'll keep going. I'm gonna keep an eye on this sconce though, because that one stabbed me last time, didn't it?
The one to your right, no, that is an actual sconce. When you
one back
entered,
here.
I did mention that this one here, it used to be a sconce, but it seemingly has broken off, and it just left an iron spike there, which did stab you on the way, and you hammered it into the wall. So as far as you could tell, this one wouldn't stab you because it is a sconce. It might like brush against you, but it's probably not going to do any harm.
At which point I'll attempt to stealth around the corner, just to at least try and stop whatever it is getting the drop on us.
Guess I'll join you.
As you walk under that stone archway, you can feel the walls around you kind of vibrate from your spatial awareness, as well as just being able to hear the rock shifting, as well as feeling the dust fall from the ceiling. However, nothing else happens.
I'm gonna put on a detect magic and look at the archway.
It is magical, just like a lot of this underground is. You can roll knowledge arcana to find the school, or spellcraft to find out what it actually is doing.
With the spellcraft. It's terrible.
Can we do both?
You can do both, yeah. I think I said or, you can do both. For the Arcana, you have no idea. And for the Spellcraft, you both have no idea.
Interesting. Would they know what school it is at the very least?
That's what the Arcana's for.
Ah.
The DC for the Arcana is 15 plus, so...
Alright, well, let's keep an eye out. Didn't really have an effect on me though that I know of, but I don't think they're gonna not know what's coming.
As Clark walks through it, a similar event occurs, but nothing, no voices are heard.
I received nothing as well.
Same happens for Menfa.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Got a little love in it. And as you come around to this corner, you spot 3 skeletal creatures with bows primed and ready, and as you poke your head around the corner, they all let loose.
Cover?
Watch out!
I'm gonna have to take favored enemy undead.
I mean, don't you choose a new one each level?
No, it's every 5 levels.
I mean, not every level. I didn't mean like every single level. I mean like iterative levels, whatever.
Yeah, so I keep one, but I can add one in.
Yeah, you keep one, add a new one, and then one of them gets a +2 extra or something.
Yeah, which at this rate is going to be undead.
Do we want to just step back and kind of bottleneck it in a way, or do you want to just full charge it?
Well, we'll see what they do first.
They are
Shoot,
shooting
I
their
heard
bows. Fuck's sake!
No, they're not. They're repeating a weapon attack.
Do I have cover against these? So I'm like,
You'll have something against them, but they are attacking your flat foot, so it's kind of evening out. Okay, what is Chrom's flat foot AC, please?
16, it's only one lower.
16. Okay. As these arrows come soaring and singing through the air, 2 of them will pitter against the stone wall as the arrows themselves snap apart. However, one of them will dig into you, Chrome, for 4.
Giltons, round the corner. I say we go for them, they got a range on us.
Okay then.
And it goes to Clark. This stuff here is there, so you can't stand there. You'd have to go diagonally like this.
I can make it to here, and then I'll ready an attack if one comes near me.
Okay. It goes to another one of these skeletons. You have fought these ones before. These are the Skulled Warriors. Which you, Actually, no, you can't see that in the macro. It doesn't say their name. This one knocks another arrow. I've only fixed one of these. Knocks an arrow and shoots it at Clark. However, it just hits into your metallic armor and splinters. From.
I'm going to turn my head over my shoulder and say to Demir and Mentha, I'm heading up. You two going to be alright back here?
Aye.
Yeah, we'll be right there too.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hold on, wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I can get to here in one move. They are shooting arrows though at us, aren't they?
Yes.
Currently.
Going prone is a standard?
Going prone is a free action.
Okay. I can't take cover behind these crates, can I?
They're not going to provide enough for a creature of your size, no.
Okay. Well, I could just walk out. We know they have swords, don't we? Like, they can attack in melee.
Yes, they have swords at their hips, like between their bones.
Okay. Then, could I go to here and then diagonally, the double move, or would that provoke? Because I don't know if these barrels are like...
I'll allow that.
Okay. I'll double move to here then.
Alright. Goes to Skull Warrior in front of you. They drop their bow, pull out their sword, and give you a slash. And instead, they just hit the corner of the wall to your side.
Nice. Thank you for that bark skin.
Demir. Archray rumbles again, nothing else happens.
I'll just double move on up to here, and that's it.
Alright. Goes to score at the back. He knocks another arrow and shoots it towards Clark. Hits against your armor and breaks. Mentha.
Up here to see what's happening. Not within range for anything. Just double moving to get here.
Alright.
Alright, alright. Clark.
We'll charge on up and attack. I'll be attacking the one in front of me.
Did you add the +2 through charging?
Yes.
Alright. Charge up, slash at that one. However, you hit into his bones and don't go any deeper.
Damn.
The warrior that Clark just hit drops the bow, brings out the sword, and attacks her back. And just barely clings off of the bark skin around your skin. Grom.
Crom will get the Warhammer and try and hit the one that is in front of him to start. That's not going to work.
That'll indeed be the miss.
Attempts the bite. Nope, just bite my own thing. That's it for me.
Yep, bite your tongue. Alrighty. The one in front of Crom has his blade reefed in darkness as he attacks Crom. However, Crom jumping up and down as he puts his hand to his mouth just narrowly dodges the blade. Demir.
I'm gonna use my power staff and I'm gonna try to attack this guy that's directly in front of Crom.
Shoot a good
Nice.
blast into that fella as his bones chattle away, however it still stands.
I think that's the first time I've hit something with that stupid staff.
When it counts.
Do you not have a bonus to your wisdom?
I do? Is it based off of wisdom for that?
Well, it's whatever your casting modifier is. What's your casting modifier?
It's wisdom, which is like a +4 right now.
Then the staff would add that up to your level.
Alright, I'm gonna. Can I just switch range from Dex to Wiz? And then. Because I'm not gonna
No,
have
it's
it.
the damage. It's for the damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damage.
Okay, hold on.
Because if you swap it to Wiz, it'll be the attack with Wisdom.
Okay. I will change that, but that should be a +4 then.
Alrighty. Goes to the warrior at the back, who's going to shoot at Clark again. And will miss. Menfa.
Stop here and shoot the same guy Demir did.
You land a heavy load of mud into that skeleton, and it's enough weight to bring it down to the floor. Clark.
We'll full attack the one in front of her.
First one hits as you feel your blade doing less damage than normal. And probably fueled by anger at this, you slice again and sever the spine as it falls into a clump of bones on the floor.
Do you do full damage with your offhand?
Can't remember.
Fair enough.
And it goes to Crumb.
Will. I assume if I move to here by just going from there to there, that would provoke, because I can't stand on this body, right?
It would if he didn't have a bow out.
Fair point. He'll attempt to hit him with the Warhammer and a bite.
And you slam the warhammer into its cheek, though the cheekbone, I guess, and you knock the skull off as it goes and smashes against the far wall.
2 1s. God damn it. Alright. Crom will start pulling out that arrow that hit him earlier.
Is it clear around that corner, lad?
Seems to be. There's some things that need some investigating, though. And is this a pot in front of us?
Yes, it is a boiling pot, though the inside is blacky ichor, and you could mistake it for some form of oil or ink, as when it bubbles you don't really see anything else inside. It seems as if this, similarly to the previous lab, has been boiling for a lot longer than it used to, but the fire underneath it is connected to machinery and is not exactly going to go out anytime soon. There is also a table towards the north, with several scraps of paper laden across it, as well as more tools.
I'll go look at the table.
Crom's gonna keep an eye here and down the corridor.
Okay, as you look over that table, you're able to pick up 2 relatively interesting notes, as the rest seemingly have no interest to you, and they are written in common. The first note reads, "Subjects that are primarily herbivores show a higher resistance to our experimentations. However, their allowed variety is a bit larger than carnivores and omnivores. Avians seem almost immune to most serums. Further tests are required on different species." Then note 2 reads, "Serums 1 through 6 have been perfected, and 7 through 28 need refinement. Serums of 21 through 28 are especially volatile. This is due to their new creation and powerful effects. Serum 28 is advised to not be used at this time for prototype practice. 28's parasites are hard to create new variants of. The alien mother has slowed its birthing. Our current theory is that since it hasn't seen its offspring, it is seeing the current locale as dangerous for her spawn. Recommended moving her to Gamma 7.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like to deal with aliens. What are aliens, anyway?
Do any of us know what aliens are?
You can certainly roll a knowledge, and surprisingly, it's knowledge planes.
I don't think that's trained.
Alright, Mentha, you have a general idea of aliens. They are creatures that come from other planets or celestial bodies. The only ones that you would know of particularly are the Lunarians, which are basically people who come from the moon.
It's like things that come from elsewhere, from out of this planet.
What? How did they get here?
I don't know. I don't really know much about the stuff. Just general. That's the general gist of it.
Wow. You learn more every day.
What is the color of the moon in this world?
It is the same color as our moon. which is like a greyish white.
Do we still have that grub? Like in the did we try and identify that?
Grub?
Or is it too small? Yeah, you know that serum with the grub in it?
I
Meaning you
believe
already
we
did.
still got it.
Yeah, you did have knowledge on it earlier. I think it's in your group notes or your group loot.
Yeah, it's in the loot.
But we couldn't establish what kind of creature it was, could we?
No.
Okay. You telling me that moon folk are what's causing this illness with our people? Shit, we're a backwater village. Why the heck is this happening? Yeah, look.
The party has gone silent. They lose their voices.
Thought G was saying something then.
Her room was invaded by aliens. Or
She
just
knows too
roommate.
much.
Still, this must be something to do with, as we found out before, it must be one of the warring nations to the north that's causing this. I don't know of anything around our lands that has the capacity for this. And how long they've been doing this and no one's found anything?
Maybe, but at least we learned a little bit more about the serums and what creatures potentially have it. And we know that they perfected at least some of it, and at least a lot of it is still under works. But I wonder what the reason is for this.
I think it's to give to soldiers in battle. I mean, we've found these creatures and they're much worse than they normally are. Imagine what would happen if you gave this to trained and hardened soldiers and fighters. Mages even on this would be something else. What concerns me is, it says here these avians, well, mostly immune, but that sunfalcon before, that was under the effects. That ain't a normal transformation, correct?
But that's why it exploded. It's immune to the effect, and it resisted it somehow. That's why it
Maybe.
just died.
Oh, that's good to know. Technical point. What are chocobos? Are they avians or are they not?
Pretty sure they used to be avians, but they changed the magical beasts because they have supernatural abilities.
Okay. So they could be affected by these, right?
I'm just going to double check the chocobo, see if it says avian.
Supernatural avians.
No, magical beast is their type, avian is their subtype, so they are both.
Okay. Magic bird. And this bad. We can't let this keep going on. And is there anything else on that table or these paintings that we can see?
Those aren't paintings, they are tool racks on the wall.
Okay. What tools are they?
There are calipers, corkscrews, and other appliances that are seemingly used to put stuff into the cauldron. Or take stuff out.
Is there a way that we could turn off the fire?
You would have to move the cauldron to find anything else, because there's nothing out of the ordinary around here to turn it off. And the cauldron is currently boiling.
And what are these? Are they barrels that are connected
Yes,
to each
those
other?
are barrels, but they seemingly are all empty, as if they were being used to put stuff into the cauldron.
Maybe this is some kind of basis for these serums. Strange they would leave it here, though.
Maybe they left in a hurry.
Maybe.
They did a bunch of stuff in the other place too.
I get the feeling that maybe whoever's been doing this ain't around no more. Do you not think all these places have been abandoned or lost for some time?
Maybe. Either that or they're just. Yeah, very well
Well,
at
someone's
staying
been
hidden.
doing something because those creatures we've seen, they've been in different state of, I guess, infection.
Even if the person that started it may not be around, somebody may be continuing on the research.
Maybe. This talk of some kind of alien mother worries me though. Maybe it got out, and that's what's causing this.
Well, they
Either
got the
way.
serum from somewhere, so maybe it's from whatever this creature could be.
Maybe. And you're saying we can't really do much with this cauldron, right? Apart from, I don't know. These
Apart from moving it, no.
no.
Is there anything else in here that mentions? Was it Gamma 6?
Gamma 7.
Gamma
I think.
7.
Gamma 7.
If that's a question to me, none of the things you've collected so far has mentioned anything about Gamma, no.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to do notes at the same time.
It's totally fine.
Well,
Does someone wish to search the crates and barrels in the corridor whilst he does that?
I know I've done it
Yeah,
now.
Clark will run
But
up
yeah,
and
go
down
for
and do
it.
it.
Yeah, too.
Crom will just take something from the wall and start stirring the cauldron and see if there's anything in the actual cauldron itself.
Unless you can see through the color black, not particularly.
No, but you know, like with a spoon or something, just to see if there's anything solid in there, which I'm assuming there isn't.
No.
Alright.
It's been boiling for quite some time, so if there was anything in there, it's all fallen apart and just become the black mess.
Alright.
It's part of the sludge now.
Mm-hmm. It's very thick, so... as you search through the crates and barrels in the hallway, you will come across a collection of scrolls. However, you would need to use the Read Magic cantrip to identify them, or spellcraft.
How many spellcrafts?
There are 8, unless you just have the Read Magic cantrip.
Not yet.
I think me and Clark could do with a top up if someone asked the time.
Pretty average numbers there. Oh, no, take it back.
Give Chroma charge from my belt.
Do we not have a wand of regen?
We do.
I was going to say save it for now, Maeyta, because that's a pretty good like in combat heal for our
Okay.
level.
Sure.
I appreciate the thought though.
Alright, amongst that grouping, oh no, Manfa has a high number in there. That'd be this one. And that's also the last one, because it was on another line. Okay, so you're able to identify 4 of the 8 scrolls. They are Envelop, Shell, Shield, and Swim.
Nice. Box gets 10 minutes per level, isn't it? So that's not going to turn off anytime soon.
Yeah, it was
No.
10 minutes per level, and I cast it when we're still outside, so it's 40 minutes per cast.
Yep.
So it should be going on still.
Perfect. No, that's fine. I'm just make sure I've got the right ones on.
So are we missing any of these?
Yeah, you're missing 4 of them.
Alright.
Just for note-wise, you can write that.
Okay. Come on then. Nothing left in this room, but it's a good thing we found them. Back to that corridor. Is that actually like a swinging pendulum in this hallway?
No, that is actually on the floor.
Okay.
As you get to there, you can see that the floor has an incredible amount of mold across it, as well as scorch marks, atop which you can see several parts of machinery and tools that have been broken apart and seemingly torn out of wherever they were taken from, though it seems they don't belong in this corridor.
Okay, can we... Well, can I roll perception on this mold or on here to see if it's trapped at all, or like if it might go off if we walk over it?
You can sure do that.
Sick. My rolls today.
Guess
Good
I'll
You
lord.
try.
smell no traps. You see no traps.
Well, come on, it's safe.
Menfa notices no traps. As you get to this T-junction of sorts, Demir and Menfa, as I rolled incredibly high for your passive perceptions, you can hear, off towards the east and a bit to the south, a low rumbling noise, almost as if a machine is still whirring away.
Do any of you hear that?
I think I did.
Here,
Yeah,
wood.
what?
Just like rumbling?
Clark turns around to Crom and says, Jinx, and punches him.
That didn't work out so well for you last time, but alright. I'll remember this. Can I get Favoured Enemy Clark at level 5?
What?
Is that an option?
I'll allow it.
Ah. Right in the arrow wound. But no, sorry you two, we can't hear nothing, but I trust you. Where you think it's coming from? There's some kind of study up ahead of us that way.
It's like in front and yeah, towards there. This constant rumbling, kind of like machinery of some sort.
And just to clarify, is this like a full-on crater?
Yes, the corridor continues on until it reaches a large crater going into dark nothingness. However, you do see on the far side there's another wall, parts of it having fallen underneath, and it seems that there is another path to the north and south from that crater.
I say we check out this corridor real quick, head back down here, and then climb around the sides. I can always head round myself and set up a rope for you.
Throw in another detect magic for the archway.
Yeah, I'm not going through it yet. I'm standing on the
Archway is magical. And
Absolutely.
as you three are investigating that archway and Clark investigates the crater, Clark, you start to hear the fluttering of large wings and the screeching of creatures beneath. And as you dip your head to look below, you see the shadows start to meld and move, as 3 of them come chasing towards you.
Shit.
As long as they're not bug-like, it's fine. Oh, they look like bugs. I don't know, they look like rat folk.
What kind of bugs have you got? What?
Yeah, I don't know what bugs are in this setting. Hey guys, I found friends.
They don't look so friendly.
Hell no.
It's fine.
And as these creatures are swooping upwards, they are now at your height level, Clark. However, they are flying above this abyss. And it goes to your turn first. And we can, of course, have people investigate if they want to. It is knowledge nature.
Nice. Mine's taking a bit of a hit because I took technology at this level. It's alright, Mantha's got me.
Okay, Tamir has no idea. However, Mentha and Crom do. This is a mutated bird. This mutated avian shows sign of both avian and draconic origins, an amalgamation of animal and magical beast. Where its talons would originally be are large draconic claws, and its wings end in jagged single talons that are unbefitting its design. You can learn 4 traits.
Yeah,
Keeping
are
those,
terrible.
I assume.
Yeah, I'm fine with that DR type this time, I think.
Alrighty, those first 3 and then a special ability. Alright, its weakest save is Will. It has a weakness to Holy and Flying. Its immunities are mind-affecting effects, and it has sudden charge, where when it charges, it makes a single bite, and it can also make a grapple attempt against you. I don't know why it says cannot be tripped in return. Yeah, that probably shouldn't be there. In the case of the flying weakness, you can definitely see that they are having trouble staying aloft as they aren't taking too kindly to their mutations.
Okay. So they might have weak fly scores.
Pretty much.
Do they class as animals at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you ready a full attack or not? Can you only ready a single attack?
It takes the standard action to ready, and you can only ready a single action.
Right, okay. If that's the case, then Clark will move back here and ready an attack if it comes near.
Alright. They do indeed do that thing you say, as this one charges just above your head, and you can get your attack opportunity.
Man, I'm rolling bad today.
You slice out, and as this thing goes above you, you essentially put your blade up as the creature flies through it. You dig in deep into its stomach as its bowels are dropped all across you, and you are covered in blood.
God damn, plus 10 to damage.
Never mind. That's... Yep. Overhead chop.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Mentha.
Well, 5-foot step. I ready my staff to blast anything that comes within blasting range.
Alright.
Any of these bad bird things.
Rom.
From where I am, I can't shoot this one, can I? With the bow. Or will it just have cover?
It's got a partial cover. You can shoot it. It just has high AC.
I will draw my bow through to here. Okay, so I'll just yell. There's another one around the left-hand corner, just to give Benther a clear shot if it comes, and shoot my bow at that one, hoping to try and drop it.
Alright.
Well, bam. Thank you, favorite enemy.
You deal a very heavy shot into that thing's chest. And let's see if it falls. Let me just pull up its stats for that. Well, it definitely stays afloat.
Pain. Alright. Take one of my arrows out. Oh, that's me done.
Demir.
I will follow in Maeyta's footsteps and get ready to blast anything that comes within range.
Okie dokie. The one that has been shot with the arrow is going to charge at Crom. Mentha is in range, so Mentha, you can have your shot.
I'll take it.
I think that confirms.
Wow.
That
I've never
indeed.
seen anyone play the power staff this much. Jesus Christ.
And she was complaining the other week she wasn't going to do much. You
I
shoot
mean, when
your-
the enemies are immune to half of the elements I do, it's a fair assumption to think that you're gonna do much.
You shoot a mound of mud at that bird with its mouth open wide as the mud goes through its mouth, through its insides, and comes out of its lower back, and it falls to the floor.
I guess I'll save for the next one.
Well, we know there's one more.
This bird is then going to fly around the corner to get Crom, which Demir can have his shot.
Nice.
You blast it as it comes around the corner. I need to double check. Yep. It screeches in pain, though it continues its assault onto Crom. Oh, it's going to be one of those days where I just roll terribly, except for that one fire skill check. It tries to bite at you, but seeing both its kin fall to like one round of attacks, it's just too preoccupied. Fuck.
She's gotta move up and attack.
Nice.
As you walk around to the side, still covered in blood and guts, you leap out your swords, slashing at the creature, and that also falls to the floor.
Filthy vermin.
You ain't wrong. They smell terrible.
I know.
th-
It's all over me.
I shall be right back.
I thought that was just you.
I just need a good bath now. Would you care to join me?
Why would I? No.
Suit yourself.
Alright, lovebirds.
No, you. Maeyta, this is how I smell normally, right? If I was clean, something would be wrong.
I mean, you do usually live in the forest.
Exactly. You're the clean one, Clog. I'm the normal one.
Would you like some water?
Yes, please. I just added 600, so only
yes, I see.
300 from last time.
I will pull out my bucket and I will fill it with water with create water. Or not with great water.
Clark will take the bucket and pour bits of it over her to clean her armor off.
Do I have any control over the temperature of that water?
I have alter food and drink.
That might help too.
It's alter food.
Looks like you can't control the temperature, just be the temperature of where you are, but yeah, you could use the alter food cantrip.
It does say specifically food, so if that works, that works.
I'll allow it. Go ahead.
I'll drink parts of it as I'm pouring it over myself.
Yeah, it's drinkable. It says rainwater, which our rainwater isn't drinkable anymore, but for fantasy purposes, you can drink the water.
Ah, much better. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
I'm alright.
And
You
as these
sure?
creatures
Your
are
throat's
on
looking a little
the
bit sticky.
floor, you'll see that their bodies are also bursting into flames and melting away.
Check the ears.
No, it,
Yep.
Yeah.
You can indeed check the ears.
Demir's too busy making water for everybody.
You just got a hose into the bucket.
Pretty much.
What hose is he using?
As you look into the ears during the fight, because I'm gonna should we do it then? You see BI-15.
That's at least one of the serums that needed a little bit of work.
All of them that we've got so far are. We've not yet got one of the perfected 1 through 7s.
we've seen a 6.
We have seen a 6.
Right, I'm talking about the ones that are in the injection.
They seem to have solved the avian problem.
I don't think they have. Look at these things. They barely function. I guess.
They
mean, this
function
is-
more than the Sun Falcon did. As
Yeah,
a mutation, I
They're
suppose.
still just, instead of exploding, they're still just burning away.
Just happens to everything.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
burning away hasn't happened to everything. It's only started happening after your second ball fight when you met Mary.
Yeah.
Everything
Right.
before then only bubbled and melted.
And to be fair, we've been fighting stuff with higher numbers, haven't we? Since then, like the ball was like, oh god, what was it? It's in my notes somewhere.
Wasn't it an 8?
While you're doing that, I'm going to take a look at the
17.
and see if I can.
Yeah, it was B17.
Double the number plus 1.
And we haven't found the humanoid rage boar yet, which would be fucking terrifying.
17 is the highest number we've seen, I think,
Yeah.
in an animal, in a creature.
And the
I hope
Six
that's
has
one
been the
day.
lowest.
Yeah. Because our original one was D13 in the house. And then we fought D17 on the deer, which was the big one. And yeah, B17 as well. The question is, y'all, do you want to try and climb across this chasm and get over that way, or should we go through this archway after having a quick look at it?
Yeah, I think we'll go through the archway this time.
And enjoy on identifying it?
Logic, Arcana, and Spellcraft.
Nope.
I think you might. No, neither of you know what it is.
Guess
Alright
we'll
then, I'll
walk
go
through.
first.
Too late.
Nope.
But
Fine.
as you walk through that archway, it has the similar sense as the one towards the south. However, this one lets out a much longer tone of a shifting rock.
It may be that this
Anyone
is
hear that?
changing the area. Yeah, I don't think we could not hear it.
Yeah, everyone's close enough that you can. It's very easy to hear. The same happens with Crom.
I don't like this at all.
As Menfa goes underneath, instead of the long shifting rock sounds, you will hear Mandragora.
I was a little delayed.
And as Demir walks underneath it, you will hear Troll.
Oh, the hand, of course. Some kind of identification system.
And moving into this room proper, it is a modestly sized room, much larger than the previous ones, and even though it is complete mess, it is a bit more well kept than the others. Several scrolls, books, and parchment lay across the shelves and tables. However, the floor also contains those. The far northern wall has seemingly fallen away, either due to age or some other force. And everyone can roll perception. Clark is too busy staring at that column. Demir, Menfa, and Krom, you all notice that this room has a sensation as if a creature went wild in here. However, it held its temper and left. As you can see, large prints in the floor and scratch marks leading out into the hallway.
Can I track that?
It's going out into the hallway.
No, I mean, like, could I identify what kind of creature it is and then track it down?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. Is there anything else of note in here before we have a look at where that went?
Notes and books.
Okay. On the way over there, I'm going to try and trick Clark. Didn't work.
Yeah, that's a no. Ha!
Alright.
Nice try.
And searching it through the room, you'll get several more notes.
Why do you do this to me?
How could this happen to me? Build my CMB. Alright. As within this main room, you're able to find note 3 that says Sirens 1 through 6 have been sent back to the capital for use in the field. Listed below are their cliff note effects. 1 is super hearing, 2 is extended scent, 3 is internal recycling, 4 is null sleep, 5 is diet change, and 6 is intelligence. Note 4 reads, Tourists have been moving southwards since our experiments started. Some have passed by, while others are still here. We have made contact with all other labs just in case. However, our hut watchpost is no longer responding. Advised cut off communication and destruction. We shall send a caravan over there to kill any living hosts. Note 5 says, Labs A through E have been destroyed, and C was involuntary. We must make sure our research doesn't reach the hands of the other kingdoms. Excavation Site A is to be abandoned. We set up some lures to draw in monsters to guard it, but we have little time to completely remove our presence there. The meteorites may be found by others, but by the time they've researched it, we will have won the war. Note 6 then reads, We've been had. All subjects have been hit with the clear wave. Wheel, and then the piece of parchment we're reading from is just torn at the edge.
Do any of us know where a meteorite might have fallen in the past 20 years or so? Near here?
Demir definitely would not off since he is
Right.
far away into the north. As for everyone else, no one has any recollection of a meteorite. It's possible it came in the night and someone just assumed it was an earthquake. but there has been no word of meteorites amongst Maeyta or any of the Mandragoras.
I'm gonna go ahead and use Detect Magic to see if there's anything magical in this room. Besides the archway, obviously.
There is nothing new here that is magical, no.
Right, so it seems like it's an experiment that has gone unsupervised and out of control.
Would appear that way.
Some sort of breach in containment that caused the researchers to perish or run, and the experiments got out.
Is there a way to try to determine how long this place seems to have been abandoned?
You could roll survival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, roll.
Looking across the parchment, as well as just checking from one thing to another, this place has seemingly been abandoned within the past week to 2 weeks.
Would we have any idea what a clear wave is?
It can be many a thing. It's not a specific term. They could say the term and have their own meaning for it.
Okay.
It's no spell in your knowledge, no.
Okay. No, I just didn't know if it was like an event or like a specific piece of terminology. Come on, we best move on. The faster we get done here, the more places we gotta check. If there's something in this meteorite, I'm even more worried than before.
And coming back to this crater, Crom and Clark will begin to hear the whirring of the machine around to the southeast, as it seems you're getting closer.
How easy would this jump? Can you jump from there to there?
Yes, it'd be a DC 20 acrobatics.
Ooh.
Take off your armor.
My armor has no effect.
Okay. Would I be able to climb across the wall to get there?
Yes.
Okay. I will doff my armor. In that case.
If I got a running start, does that help the DC anyway?
A running start makes it a 20 DC.
Okay.
If you didn't have a running start, it'd be a 40.
I'll pull back to one side of the hallway and I'll pull these corpses along with me so that she doesn't trip over anything.
I'm just trying to make it over there so I can set up like a rope. Or like I can attempt to catch someone.
Are there any minute-long buffs going?
No, not a single minute as far as I'm aware, no.
Oh no.
Alright.
Shield and wind armor are both minutes long, so those would be 3 minutes.
Then shield and wind armor would have ended if they were only 1 minute per level spells.
So, if Crom's over there, can she assist Clark in any way?
Clark, as you fail the DC, I need you to give me a reflex save, please.
Can I attempt to catch her?
Let's see if she saves herself first.
Alright.
Alright, Clark, as you get a running start and jump, you either misjudge your leg strength or the distance as you fail, but are able to basically slam your arms onto the sides as you feel a shockwave go across your arms and into your shoulders, and you start to kick at the ledge of the cliff and you're able to pull yourself up. At which point, Crom can like put his hand onto your back and drag you up.
Ah,
You alright?
I'm okay. Let's just not tell them that happened.
I think
They could
sound
easily see you.
You guys okay?
I'm
Yeah,
fine. Everything's fine.
we found. Did I
Okay, so as Crom shouts over to his allies and Clark moves away from him, Clark, you can see some friends who you don't. You move back. You can see some friends who you may remember from the mines as they skitter and scatter the way
I
towards
mean, I can't see anything.
you. Oh, you can't see them.
Why
Lovely.
did you move forward?
Why did you move forward?
Clark was gonna just sit round the corner. I went too far forward.
Should we even add our initiatives to this?
Ha!
main
She's ready.
Depends
Well, I'm
if,
gonna try.
if you're going to be able to get over and help or not.
Honestly, I doubt it. They didn't leave a rope behind with us, so they just left.
No, I was gonna say that like I'm just checking if I have any pittance. I left a rope. I said I left a rope to like help you across or like pull you up with, but I don't have like pittance for some reason.
No pythons.
Thought you did.
Instead,
No. Jesus Christ. Okay, we better roll our initiatives. But yeah, I did leave a rope, which I'm currently holding.
I'm gonna add my initiative just in case.
All right. With these fellas surprise round, they are going to move up. The ones north of you are climbing on the wall currently. Alright. 4 rats surround Clark from the darkness. However, I don't think you can even see 2 of them. So, Clark.
Clark will full attack the ones around her, I guess.
Which one are you going for?
I'll go that one. Then did you say there was one here?
Yes, they are currently invisible to you, though.
Hey?
They're in complete darkness and they're stealthing. You could have heard them, but you don't know exactly where they are, so they would have mischance.
You're telling me I can't see that one and that one?
You can see those 2, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll attack those 2 then. I'll attack the ones I can see.
Alright. You slash out, however, both of you... oh, no, you have the other round. The first one misses, the second one will hit. As it lets out a loud squeak. 2 of these rats will then bite you.
Hang on, she's 5-footing.
Okay. This one will then fight it with you. One will miss, one will hit you for 4. I need you to give me a fortitude save, please. Alright. Menfa.
I can't do anything.
Can you
Just gonna...
Do you want to come over this side?
Do I have means to come over at that side? Do you still have the rope?
Yeah, I'm holding the rope. Like I left one end with you, and I'm holding the other end of it. So either you can like attempt to jump and I'll pull you up, or I don't know how we're gonna do this, but
You
it's
could wait till
essentially
after me and I just hold the other side of the rope and you can climb across.
climb across it. Yeah, that's an option.
Just like a sloth
Just
going
tight
upside
rope it.
down.
Could I? Because I have that miner's pick, right? Could I smack that into the ground and tie the rope around it?
You certainly could. It would be fine for Menfa, but Demio's going to be too heavy for it.
I'll have to hold it then. That's fine.
If I was one level higher, I could get over easily, but not yet.
Alright, so Demir.
I will wrap the end of the rope around myself and brace so that Mentha can cross.
Alright. Drop.
I thought Menta was going now to cross.
Is that the case?
So I was holding the one end and Demir was holding the other, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or could say I held after them so I can go with them holding the rope.
Yeah.
It'd be a climb check.
Do we count as assisting her at all?
The DC is lower because of the rope.
Okay.
Maybe I should have jumped. Oh well, here we go.
Alright, Menfa begins to climb across the rope, and I'm going to need you to give me a reflex save.
Nice.
Oh! So, you get to here as you're climbing across the rope. However, your arms, your leaves, start to slip across the surface. However, you're able to kind of pull yourself up with one of the arms and grab a hold yet again and just stay where you are instead of falling into the abyss.
Don't look that, don't look that, don't look that.
Just don't sweat and it won't be any harder. I'm gonna go to these rats as they continue to follow over to Clark. This one's gonna hop off the wall to here. And as they attack into Clark, Clark, what is your flat foot?
15.
The one on the right will hit you as it comes out of the darkness for 3 damage. I need another fortitude. Alrighty. Clark.
She will full attack again.
Which one are you starting on?
Why am I rolling so poorly? What one did I hit last time? Was it this one?
The left one, yeah.
Yeah, I'll continue with that one.
If you can, kill that one and move over it, because that rock, I assume, stops movement.
Yes. You slash into that one, and it falls onto the floor. Do you want the offhand, or do you just want to move?
I will just move.
Alright. These 3 will attack you as you leave them. And 2 of them will hit you for 5 and 2. I need you to give me 2 fortitude saves, please. Alright. Goes to Zarats. This one's going to climb across to there. This one is climbing onto the rock. The one south of you will provoke. And you basically slam your blade into that thing against the rock and cut it into halves. The one to the north gives you a good old chomping, and it definitely does, for another 4. And a fortitude save, please. Alright. Menfa, who's dangling over the abyss.
I'm gonna try to climb the rest of the way.
Alright.
I believe.
You should.
Oh no!
Okay, you failed enough that you don't even get a save. So,
Yeah.
Can I help in any way? Like,
you don't have
Do you have
reach,
any
so
hero
no.
points?
I don't.
I do. I'm gonna hero point that. Nor didn't
Alright.
lose Mentha yet. It's worse. This is why I don't use hero points, guys. This is why I don't use hero points.
I'm assuming I can't hero point that as well.
Yes,
But
you can.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna give Mentha one of my hero points to reroll.
For the rule of
Exact same
hero
method.
points, it's one hero point action per character.
Oh, I
so
actually
you
do
can
have
use
one.
yours.
Alright, Mentha, reroll.
It's better.
That's a bluff.
That's a bluff.
No, no.
That's- same minus,
It's the
same
same
minus.
modifier. It's the same modifier.
All right.
Okay.
That's true.
You-
It's the
You
exact
can-
same modifier.
You can roll a reflex.
I swear to God.
All right. Mentha, who apparently was sweating, or whatever vegetables do. I mean, vegetables can sweat. It's just not really sweating. Getting to the edge of the rope, their grip lessens. However, they are able to pretty much just fall off of the rope and onto the ground here. And it's going to be the end of Mentha's turn. That probably felt like forever.
Just hyperventilating.
All right, Demir, you want to try your luck with this rope that you're not holding now? I mean, you will be holding it. It's not going to be racing the rope. You're going to be using the rope.
Yeah, I'll try it. We'll see what's gonna happen. I need a what kind of check?
Well, you are going to be falling into the abyss and like swinging with the rope against the wall. So I'm going to need a climb just to make sure you don't fall off when you do that.
I'm holding the rope as well, so you're not going to just like fly off. Nice.
All right, Demir, you're certainly able to brace yourself, wrap your legs around this rope as it falls into the abyss, and then you brace with your legs against this cliff face. And then I need a climb check from you. However, since you do have a wall, it's even easier than the check that Mentha had to make.
So I need another one.
Yeah, climb check. All right, and with that, you're able to get up to the top and wrestle your way up there.
I'm assuming that's all of my turn.
Yeah, that'll be all of it. Okay, Rob.
Okay.
You can either drop the rope into the abyss as a free action, or use a move to pull it back up and not lose it.
I'll use the move to
Alright.
coil it because evidently it's pretty useful.
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
I can't really do much apart from that though, so yeah, because I'm kind of stuck back here. Aid Another is a standard, isn't it?
Yes.
Can I aid another on Clark's AC, please?
Sure. You have to roll the attack roll, I'm pretty sure. Need to double check the DC for this.
You need to be
it's
adjacent for that.
Ah, do you?
Do you? That was my question.
It's a melee attack against an opponent. It's not.
Oh, so you
It's
can't.
engaging a friend in melee, so you can because you're adjacent to this wild rat.
Oh, that's
um,
true, yeah.
It is an attack roll against AC 10.
Oh, so can I
but-
just not just hit this rat then?
Yes, but it would be with your teeth, your bite attack.
Okay, cool. Let me just take out the -5. It's not a secondary attack.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you bite into the head of this rat because its tail end is down the hallway, and take a good chunk out of it, but it's still up and definitely up on the wall.
That's it for me.
Yay. That was dead. This one is going to climb up the wall onto the ceiling and around. My page had to refresh earlier, so we don't cheat again to see their speeds. Alright, they shall do that. It won't provoke from Clark because the ceiling is 10 feet tall, they're on the ceiling. And then they are going to... yeah, they'll do that. They're going to drop to here. I did post into one of the Discords, it's one of these groups, that falling does provoke because it is still movement. So Clark, you can have attack opportunity.
Nice.
Jesus, you just hate these rats. You can make up
Clark's
for your blunder of
single-handedly
blood.
killing all of these rats.
You also single-handedly triggered these rats.
Exactly.
So, as this rat falls down, similar to the bat, the birds, you just hold your blade horizontally as this thing falls into it and you slice it cleanly in half. And it goes to Clark.
Clark just looks towards the final rat with like a big grin on her face and just kind of like, are you ready?
Are you ready? As you do a crossing, piercing motion into the wall and sever it twice till its death. And as you look around, you just see your companions full of sweat as they had their own ordeal to deal with.
Why are you guys sweating? What have you been doing?
Trying to get these two over this side. What the hell happened to you?
Well, I found some rats and I killed some rats. I see you tried to take a bite out of one of them as well. Was it tasty?
Best piece of meat I've had in a while.
Though, even though I did just fight them all, I wouldn't mind a little bit of healing. And maybe a check over. I got bit quite a few times.
I'll keep an eye down the corridor.
Thank you.
I see the machine.
And with the newly added light from your party members, or the dark vision of those who don't want it, you will now see that towards the north, there is another room full of crates and barrels, and towards the east is a large machine set within a pool of water. The machine is whirring, and as it is now louder, you can identify that this is the machine you heard earlier.
So Clark gets a couple more hit points over the next couple rounds, and I'm doing a heal check to see if there's any sort of infection that I need to take care of.
Clark has indeed accrued a disease. Though you know that this one is going to be another daily event, so you have to wait until the morning. Unless you can have something that just heals disease straight up.
Do not currently have anything like that yet. Well,
It'd be a cleanse, if so.
I think I have a white mage ability that might do something, so give me a second.
Or an ability. I know Medic definitely does, because that is towards the anger that Jack B holds.
Well, it does and it doesn't. That's the thing.
Mm.
It gets rid of disease to status, but not the actual disease, which is something that was a problem. I think it's just the wording of it.
I think pretty sure it applies to all diseases as well.
I'll
But,
have to look at it.
Well,
but
whatever. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't, yeah.
No
Not
one's
right
a
now.
medic here.
I'm gonna take another look at the archways and I didn't see if they're magical.
Both of these archways are magical, yes. Alright, you can identify both these archways. The northern archway is seemingly a spell that is a combination of an alarm as well as a note. It basically sees who is going through that archway, notes it down somewhere, and displays the results elsewhere. It's possibly held within a crystal of some sort. The right archway has a similar effect, however, it also has a scanning feature where it sees if you have something in particular, and then it changes the note it makes. It's possible it's searching for if you have a certain item on your person. However, as far as you can tell, it's not checking for race or anything else.
Clark is going to sheath both her blades and pick up 2 mutated rats and throw one in each archway.
The rats are currently aflame and melting, but sure, you can do that.
I do not have anything to help with diseases right now.
Okay.
As you throw the corpses through the archways, they vibrate and make that rumbling noise of rock. However, neither of them say anything.
So we head
Yeah,
down to the
worth a try.
machine. No, it's a good idea. Strange for you, but it was.
Just wanted to make sure there was no more traps.
I
After you.
agree. Now hold up. I say we check this machine, see if we can shut it down. If this thing is what's powering this facility, then we won't have to worry about the archers after that. I'll head in.
Well, if it's
do I-
magical, does it really need powering?
Maybe. I don't know much about this kind of thing, but well, did you tell us about if it's sending this stuff?
Yeah. I would have told what they figured out.
It might be that it's sent to some kind of thing this thing powers. Even if it is scanning us, if this machine's gone, maybe this can't read the data. What is data?
Moving through the archway, it makes a similar sound but no voice. And as you get into here, you will notice that the platform you're currently on is about 10 feet up from the ground floor. The water raises to 5 feet, and the machine goes from the floor to about 15 feet tall, so just above your heads. And towards the east and the north are two other platforms that are at the same height as you, which is 10 feet from this drop.
Okay. Is there anything in the water, like, is there anything swimming in there?
Nothing is swimming. There are parts of bodies floating in there, but as far as you can tell, nothing untoward, or at least nothing that is clearly visible.
And would I have any idea how this machine works?
It would be this one is knowledge engineering.
Motherfucker, don't have that one. Oh, I don't think anyone else has it either.
Then it is a machine.
All right. Yeah, there's like a gauge over there. Can I attempt to climb to the side?
You have an actual climb speed, yeah?
Well, it's not a climb speed. I can just climb at my full speed with no penalty.
So you need to make a climb check.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, still have to do the check.
Yep, you can certainly try. All right. You almost do have a climbing speed of that, as you're able to shuffle your way across this wall to the other side.
All right. Anything of interest here?
Looking over the containers there, they are all empty. So no.
Nothing on this side. I'm gonna see if I can check out that Knowles machine. You're out over there.
As you come to here, Mentha's light shines up the northern corridor, and with it, several sets of eyes.
Howdy.
Why are we always separated like this? I know
Your
it's my
turn now.
fault.
Good luck.
That'll be alright.
He will survive. Question is, are these broken? No, they are not broken. Good. As for the compendium, these are the cave bats you fought previously. And first up is Clark.
Can I squeeze past Mentha and Tamir, or do I have to do like an acrobatics check?
You can move past them. The only time you wouldn't be able to is there's a wall on both sides, but you can like shift around, so there's like a drop there.
Alright. Clark will move here and ready an attack if one of them come near.
Free sword.
Mentha.
I will also ready an attack to blast anything that comes within blasting.
Alright. It goes to two of these bats that are going to fly towards the south. You can have your shot if you want, however the machine will give them cover.
Can I shoot this guy? I can see it from behind the machine.
Yeah, you can shoot the most southern one if you want us without cover.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Alright, so this thing comes up from behind Crom as he hears the squeaking, then he hears a very loud screeching as this thing is shot in back with some mud, and then it is pulled into the water below and it drowns.
Nice.
Max damage.
This other one is going to bite into Crom.
Alrighty.
Oh! I actually rolled high enough! He nibbles into your neck for 2.
2 damage. Okay.
Crom.
We'll attempt to nibble into its neck with an axe first.
Get a room, you guys.
Does that hit?
It's that hit, he says. You bring up your great axe and you just slam that thing. It hits the ceiling and then it goes into the water.
Okay. I will. As a move action, I can climb back across, but I've got a 2-handed weapon out, so I can't use my hands, so I'll just stay here.
Okay.
Unless, are you allowing me to, like, climb one-handed back across? Is that...
One-handed will increase the DC, but I will allow you to just put the battle axe into your teeth.
It's a great axe, though. Can I even hold it with my
Great
teeth?
axe. Is it two-handed?
Yeah, it's a 2-handed weapon.
Then no. You can do it one-handed, but there will just be a higher DC to climb.
Okay.
Well, you start to climb, however, with only one hand at your disposal. You slip on one of the bricks, and you rolled 1 lower than you needed to for the save, and you fall into the water below. However, thanks to the water, it softens the blow enough as it is only a 10-foot drop. If you were falling more than that, I'll have the real physics of water still fucking hurts. But you fall into the water prone and you splash about. But thankfully, you are alive, so you can float.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm cool with that. That's me done.
Demir.
I'm going to ready in action to shoot whatever others come flying out at towards us.
Alright. Also, Crom, water feels icky, and it is also hot, but not scalding. I think I said Demir, I meant to say Crom.
That's fine. I'm gonna get out of it as soon as I
Carl.
can.
Okay. These things are flying on over, at which point, Demir, you can have your shot.
Can Clark have
This
a
thing
ready
can
action
do,
as well?
Now we can actually fly to there, just because diagonals. We'll do Demir's shot first, because it would have been far away. That one hits. He's hitting the northern one, so that's the first one to appear. And then, Clark, you can have yours as well. And you slash out at the searing holy mark on that bat, and it falls into the water. This bat then lets out with its teeth into Clark. Actually, no, this one didn't see Clark. It's going for Demir instead. Demir, you take 1 point of damage. And as it goes to the top of the turn order, the water below, now with several new floating bodies within it, starts to shimmer as you can hear the grating of cogs and the movement of rusty metal. Crom, I need you to give me a swim check, please. As the water shakes and vibrates, you feel as if the water is pulling you away as you are pulled over to here. And you just barely grab onto the machinery as your feet are dangling through an opened grate. Fuck. You slash out with your swords, killing that bat and having it also fall into the waters below. Menfa. It looks like Chrome is being sucked away. Do you wish to do anything?
I don't think there's anything I can do, really.
I mean, he also has total cover because of the machinery, but he could move or do something else. But if you don't think you can do anything, we can pass. Chrome, I'm either going to need you to give me a strength check or a swim check. Jack B? He's muted. I don't know if somebody's come in to chat to him.
No, I was just saying, I take it because swim is higher, so we'll go with strength for now. I'll take that.
Your fists almost bend in the pipes of this machine as you hold on for dear life. And the rest of these bats are pulled out of the open grating. You then hear two clunking of metal, almost as if it's detecting something. And the metallic grates come back down and the water stops rushing.
Damn, close. I almost got turned into minced pup. I'm just gonna get out of the water as soon as I can.
What's your climb? Actually, no, you can roll 10 because you're not in danger, so you're fine.
I mean, I can roll it if you want.
Yeah. You're fine.
Did y'all want to come over here and try and see this?
Do the rooms join up?
There ain't no extra thing over here, no, but I can try and at least... If you're gonna try and jump, I'm gonna try and at least catch you.
Okay.
The DC for that jump is going to be a 20.
Again with the 18.
Could I have assisted at all?
We'll go for reflex first, see if she can do it herself. She indeed needs you to help. So, Crom, you can either roll a... No, it'd be a reflex or a acrobatics.
Nope.
Apparently, your hands are still slippery from the water, as when Clark jumps over, you kind of like grab onto her, but she just slips through, and then Clark falls ass first into the water.
Yeah.
And it makes a huge splash.
So what was that about catching me?
Sorry, you must have put on some weights until I called you.
Yeah, what? Oh, you wait till I get to you. As Spark tries to climb up.
I just realized I actually do have read magic. I don't know why. I haven't looked at my cantrips in a while. I just assumed I didn't have it for some reason.
Alright, if you want to know the other spells on those scrolls... I also need
Clark
to
punches Crom.
unbolt these.
I went to go see if there was something I could do to like give a buff to that little jump that she was doing, and I was like, I don't think I have anything, but I'll check anyways. And then I'm looking there, and there it is right there.
The other 4 scrolls were Bless Weapon, Cure, Fear, and Protect.
Ha!
And with you two over there, you can see that there is a tall machine with several dials and displays of numbers. It is ticking away and rotating over time. And Crom, you'll note that when Clark splashed into the water, one of the numbers clicked over very quickly as if it was noting up 1.
He'll sort of rub his arm. I assume you punch him in the arm.
Yep.
Look, this thing seems to be noting what comes into the pool down there.
So we break it.
Might be an idea. Is there any way of knowing how it works at all? Would that be engineering?
Engineering.
Well, you two alright if we just smash this thing and move on?
Yep.
Alright.
I guess.
All right, countdown from 3.
I'm just gonna beat you with a hammer.
Clark just to give it a good slash with her sword.
With the combined efforts of Clark and Crom, you destroy that counting machine of sorts as it stops counting, and you can hear a lot of rusty movements and moaning of the pipes and metalwork, as the machine to the south also sputters and chokes out and stops its whirring motion. With that, Demir, I need you to give me 2 fortitude saves, please.
Oh boy.
A piercing,
terrible.
a piercing screech goes through both your ears as you can feel your body starts to become extremely hot to the point you swear you would burst into flames. So much so it brings you to your knees as your stomach and your heart feel as if they're being crushed in vices. However, you're able to survive the effects. However, you now have a ringing inside of your head.
Demir, you
Missed.
alright?
Mr. Demir?
What's up with you, old man?
Oh, I don't know. Something's going.
Does he feel hot to the touch?
Yes, he indeed feels hot to the touch.
Have you got any Gaviscon?
I do, it's on my desk.
So there's no other effects besides pain.
Pain, the ringing in your head, as well as your body just feeling incredibly hot. Aside from
Right,
that, no
No
mechanical changes.
material. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be all right, but I need to take care of this somehow. It just hurts.
I'll fill up my water skin with grey water and hand it over. Or offer it at least.
Oh, thank you. That's probably a good idea. I'll just drink a little bit of water.
You drink a little bit of water, and it cools you down.
And then I'll take the idea and get my bucket back out. And then I will fill up my whole bucket with water, and then I'll just dump it on myself.
You certainly let off some steam from that, but it cools you down.
How long does it take a 10? Is it a minute?
Taking 10 is instant. It's taking 20, which is 20 times the normal time.
Alright, I'll just take 10 to come across. Let's get you out of here, Demir. Whatever the hell that was when that machine went off, it didn't do you no good. We still got more of this place to look into.
I feel a little bit better now. Let's get back to it.
A little storeroom up at the top here.
Oh, well, bye then.
You can get yourself back over here.
Clark's going to try and run and jump to the machine in the middle of the room and then jump from that onto the ledge.
Sure. You certainly jump onto the machine. And you're able to jump from that onto the ledge.
Ha! Should have just done that the first time. It was a lot easier.
Would have been a lot harder the first time because the machine was vibrating.
The archway is still magical.
Yes, the archways are still magical.
Alright.
Well, at least that thing ain't gonna put any more bodies wherever the hell it was taking them. Brace myself for death as I walk through the archway.
Archway rumbles, nothing happens.
Looks like a storeroom. Let's have a look, see here.
As you dig into this storeroom, it's actually called a storage room, but pretty much the same thing. you will find a cloak, a couple of rocks, a shirt, a assortment of barrels that are filled to the brim with pre-packaged rations, as well as a handful of, several handfuls of gil. I
Are
will
there-
need 3 spellcrafts if you want to identify the items.
Nice.
Hopefully that gets all of them. That middle one's a little iffy.
Just double checking the DC for these, because they are different CLs. Okay. None of you are able to identify the rocks. However, in here, you find a cloak resistance +1, 3 rocks, a quick runner's shirt, 200 rations, and 720 gil.
Jeez, that sorts out the food problem.
I will remind you, rations taste horrible, but they will nutrient you.
Yeah. Okay. How much do they
I say
weigh?
horrible, they don't really taste something. The rations is £1 per.
Okay. What's my weight on at the moment? Okay, could carry 32.
If we take a quick pit stop outside, we could take it all to Mr. Gibbs.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Could we? Well, I'll take 32 now, just in case we somehow lose this. I'd carry what we can.
I don't care about carry capacity up until medium because I'm a dwarf, so I can carry a bunch.
You will care about them for skill checks. You just don't care about the speed difference.
That's true.
Well,
So for stuff like climbing and jumping, you probably will care.
That's true.
180 each. Okay. I am fucking broke. Oh, I owe you guys money.
Alright, how much do you owe me? Is it enough to get me a pizza? I can get 2 then, because Jazz just gave me one.
I'm pretty sure I owe
You owe Mentha and Demir, I think.
Mentha and Demir. So Mentha and Demir, you just take 90 more each. I'll just
I mean, you
literally take my shares and
You
give
don't
it
want
to
to
them.
spend 90 on getting pythons?
No, it's my own fault for not getting them.
Hmm.
And how do we want to split the shirt and the cloak resistance out?
Cloak of Resistance benefits anyone, so you can just roll for that. Quick runner's shirt, again, could benefit anyone.
What does that do specifically again?
Quick runner's
Where
shirt.
it allows you to have an extra move action as a swift, but it ends your turn immediately after you use it.
And it is once per day.
I feel like one of the melee people should do that in case they need to get out of melee for whatever reason. Or, alternatively, we could give it to Demir so that he could get into heals people if we need to, but I've got ranged heals, so...
I was going to suggest you, to be fair, because that gives you the ability to move faster if you need to, at any point. So, like, because you're the slowest... Well, I think Mentha's 20 foot as well, isn't she?
Yeah. I think Mentha and Demir are the same.
Okay, well, I'd say one of you two, honestly.
Well, I can theoretically
okay.
get spells to increase my moving speed.
I can also theoretically do that.
Just
Yeah,
never
you
do
can't.
that.
You can't now.
Yeah, you
It's a
can't
good
right now.
temporary buff for now.
I could. It's I have a long strider.
Fair enough. Well, I'll tell you what.
Hours per level.
Should we just random roll it then?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm down. Do
Alright,
it in the lineup we are now. So Mentha, Demir, Clark, Crom. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright,
What are we rolling?
cool.
So Demir gets the Cloak of Resistance, Crom gets the Quick Runner shirt. Is that right?
That's it. Yep.
Alright.
There you go. Sorry, Mentha. We'll get stuff next time.
I assume it's a +1.
Stuff.
Yes, +1.
Enough.
It's a good thing it goes to Demir, because he's the one having to make all these checks.
It's true.
Also, I might not be able to carry all that.
You say that, but I did just have to do like 6 fortitude saves in my last fight before the bats.
You were being attacked by rats, so...
Yeah, I've been making a lot of checks. I don't, probably because of that whole vampire thing, but I haven't seen any real effects other than the pain from that. So
Everything just hurts. So was light too.
every time I've also been asked to make a save out of the blue, it's always been like 20 or higher, except for that one that was 15. That just.
So, in terms of the rations, can we do like a move to Gibbs and come back or not?
Well, we still have the whole hole on the ground thing in the way.
We need to get to the other side of that.
There is that as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll just
Everyone could roll intelligence or a knowledge dungeoneering.
Uh-oh.
I
The
can't
rations
do
are out of
either
date.
of those. Yeah, that's probably it.
Roll
They're
intelligence.
probably-
Nope.
This is the same as rolling an intelligence for me anyway, so I'll just roll this.
This is going to be hilarious. Oh my word! Clark smart!
Yes.
Alright, as you lot are talking amongst yourselves about getting this food back to Gibbs or just back to the village in general, Demir and Clark both have a shared experience as lights ding above their heads, as they remember that there is a sconce here and a sconce here, and they could just tie the rope to the sconces and move some boxes over as if you were having just like zip lines.
Hey, Demir, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I got no idea what's going on. That was full. Sorry. I don't know where Jamaican came from.
What?
These are Jamaican spiced rations.
The Jamaican accent just blew me away. Hold on. Lass, I've got no idea what's going on in your head, but I think we can make kind of a zip line.
That's exactly what was going on in my head. There's 2 sconces outside, we could just tie that together. You know. I was in the middle of a battle, and I would have told you then, but I was kind of in the middle of fighting. But it's okay, Crom. We understand.
What?
Ah, good doggy.
I should have left your ass in that river. Come on.
You did!
I should have made sure you couldn't get back out. Right.
Are you tying the rope to the sconce?
I was thinking, do we want to do this after we've checked the rest of it? Because if we are doing this and something comes out of that top bit, like part up here, we'd be kind of screwed.
Yeah, I'm happy to check it. I don't think the stuff's gonna immediately disappear. But what's your plan of getting over there?
Oh, this is the thing. I can try and climb over there, doff my armor, give me a better chance. But that's a hell of a drop down there.
I mean, I can say with almost full confidence that you are too heavy for any of us to lift. No offense.
Well, I'll wrap a rope around me at least. I've got 50 foot of rope. How far is this? Okay, so if I stood there, I might be able to get him over. How deep is this? I assume very?
You don't know. Since you have black and white vision, it just looks black down there.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, if you cast light on something, like a rock, and you threw it down there, would that work?
Yes.
I will ask one of the magic people for that assistance, if possible.
I love how you were thinking magic-wise. I was thinking if we just go and get like a plank of wood from the storage room and just light it on fire and throw it down.
That would also work, but smoking.
How you can light on fire?
I've got a flint and steel.
You got
Exactly.
tinder to light up the wood.
Yeah. And there is
What
also
tinder
the
do you
fact
have?
that I
Yeah, but I'm sure we can make our own tinder if you find a bit of plank of wood and then just start scraping it with a sword.
Yeah, but you're having sparks surrounded wood. Wood is very solid. It's not going to just burn the wood immediately. You need something more flammable.
either way.
That's why
I'm
you.
sure
That's why
we
you
can
have
find a piece
tinder.
of cloth.
Yeah, supposedly.
We could just take one of our axes and scrape across the wood until like little bits of powdery wood come off.
True.
Wood chips. Yeah, that might work. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh.
as you are figuring out what you're going to be doing with this chasm, we shall have our break here.
Alrighty.
Alright.
See you in a bit.
Now I shall be right back. B screen.
Well done.
Alright. So, what is the plan with this chasm?
Do we want to backtrack and see if there is any kind of secret room through the door wall on that side, or should we just climb across? I got the feeling there's something over there.
I feel the same.
I can't shoot an arrow over there with a rope on it, can I? Because there's nothing to fire it into.
There are particular rope arrow things you use for that.
Yeah, which I don't have.
And also, there is something for the arrow to dig into that you have currently.
That's fine. I'm gonna take my armor off and climb over there.
Okay.
I should be at lightweight still. Yep. Okay. What I would say is, if I get over there, is there anything you can attach the rope to on this side that I could just bring
Sconce.
over there?
We've still got the sconce right here.
Would it reach that far? Because it's 50 feet.
Yeah, just about.
We've
Well,
also
yeah.
got more than one rope.
That's true. Well, I'll tie the rope to that side. Yeah, because it's 60 feet to the side, isn't it?
I'd say there's just enough from like having it go against the wall.
Okay. So yeah, tie it to the sconce, and then I'll tie the other half around my waist for now, and attempt to climb. Wish me luck.
Did we drop food off or no?
Not
No.
yet.
Not yet.
So I've got 40-foot base. So I could double move to get that far? Would you allow that?
Yeah.
Alright,
You're able to climb your way over to the other side.
like a spider.
And as you get to the other side, you'll see another corridor that leads off to the east and north. However, this one has lit sconces, as well as a heavy smell of blood and it's hard to describe poison, but it just smells stinging to your nose and kind of like swamp-like.
Okay. I guess I'll have to just hold onto the rope on my end and get them across. I'm not gonna shout. Sorry, go
How
on.
much does Maeyta weigh?
I thought that was the tentacle then, I got very scared. Dunno, Maeyta, how much do you weigh?
47 without any. My equipment is a little 16.90.
Alright, keep your staff, but drop everything else. I'll do the same, and I'm gonna carry you across, alright?
Okay.
Do you have a better climb than Maeyta?
I mean, she's got -2, I've got +1.
That would do it. Have you got anything to increase it at all?
I don't think so.
Alright. Clark, what's your climb like?
-1.
Okay.
I'm also gonna cast Chocobo Hall on myself, just so that I can carry a little easier.
Is there anything I
Alright.
can do to make this easier for them to climb across?
Says the man holding the rope.
Apart from that?
No.
Alright. I have a hero point I'm willing to give out should something go horribly wrong.
Guess I'll go first.
All right, Clark, you are able to climb your way on the rope to the other side.
As soon as Clark comes over here, I'll say, don't wander too far. There's a hell of a lot of stuff down there.
Okie dokie.
But there's more rat friends.
I'm gonna preemptively use my last hero point so that I get a total of +9 to get across.
All right.
This is not including the +8. Oh my god.
Good thing we're not running with D&D 6, but because there's no fumble skill checks in this, you are able to get across.
It gets a bit hairy right over the middle section, but I'm able to get across with
Yes.
Maeyta.
Did you? Yeah, I was gonna say, were you carrying Maeyta?
Yeah, so all of my gear other than my staff is on the other side, as well as anything that Maeyta was carrying besides her
Yeah, I
staff.
also dropped my backpack and most of my stuff. Which, to be fair, I think most of my weight is from my money.
Yeah,
Looking at my shit that I started.
You're just
Yeah.
jingling around whenever you walk.
Yeah, most of my weight is on my money.
Could I use that pick and wedge it in somehow and tie the rope around it?
Wedge into what?
Yeah, the wall, the floor, whatever's best.
just as a temporary measure, and
Yeah, just
Yo.
in case we have to run in a hurry, because I can't stay here with it, and otherwise it might fall off.
right.
Basically, I just want to keep the rope.
You
on
can
this side.
keep the rope there with the pick stuck into something, but it's not going to be strong enough to hold anyone's weight.
No, that's fine. It's more just to make sure it doesn't fall off, like when we leave it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's fine.
I can see further down there. There's some kind of strange materials, like red. Well, I can't see in color. Sorry. There's
You can.
something.
There's torches there. You
Oh.
can see it's red.
So can everyone see that far as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's be careful. I'll have the grey axe out, seeing as I don't need to have the lantern anymore. Demir, can I get a friendly touch?
Sure.
Maybe one for Clark as well. If you got one left.
I know I've used. How many have I used today? I think I've only used one today. Because I used several last time, but most of them were from previous day. So I'm gonna go ahead and give one to Crom. And one to.
Nice. You're on 2d6? God damn.
It's every even level or something like that. I get an extra d6. Or every odd level, I mean. So I just got the second one. It's like a sneak attack.
Cool.
Like sneak attack, but it heals.
I stealthily make you alive again.
Are you alright, Clark? Is that enough for you?
Yep, that'd be good.
Alright. Let's try and keep this quiet if we can. I'll attempt to stealth. Armor back on, but I ain't gonna do very well.
Continuing down the corridor, the lovely, or possibly not lovely, colourful sight of green and red fills your vision as towards the east, with the aid of the lit sconces, you see several cages that are full of viscera, as well as liquids seeping out of them, almost as if something from the interior has exploded, with their insides going outwards, though mostly being contained by the cages. The air has a strong sense of burning flesh, as well as that of boiling liquid.
Looks like
Do
they
we
were
want to
keeping
go
them.
up first before checking out around the corners?
I think so. Although, looking down this corridor, I'm going to be checking for traps on the way down. How many do you need? Like 10?
5, because it's you
5.
search in a 10-foot radius.
Pretty sure. Plus 8. Yeah, plus 8. I'll take. Alrighty. Anything we see on the way down?
You see that the northern corridor, it could be a corridor, it could be stairs, it could be a door, but it has collapsed from both the walls and the ceiling. The light continues as both the east and the west have flickering flames, and as you get to here, you notice even more light as there is another sun falcon that squawks at you as you get to the cross junction.
A lot of dead
Hey
bodies down here
there,
as well.
buddy.
That's not an animal from last time I did. I think it's a magical
That's the
beast. so I
second
did
time
not-
I've crit my initiative now.
You gotta make up for me somehow.
Apparently I'm making up for the whole party.
Yep.
Rude.
Yes, this is not an animal.
That's cool. I thought it was, I'm just confirming. How high are the ceilings in here? 10 feet?
10 feet.
Okay, that's fine.
And first up's gonna be Clark.
Clark is gonna move on. And Jack.
You slash into the Sun Falcon rather deeply. However, as you do so, its blood bleeds across your blades, and the normal shine of your sword starts to dim somewhat, almost as if the colour is seeping out of it. But instead of that, the outer layer of iron is being sucked away as if it is melted and fully coats the Sun Falcon.
Good.
Flames still dart about in its newly steel form, which dimmers somewhat so it's no longer blinding. However, its exterior is now much stronger.
Well, that's new.
That's new.
Menfa.
Gone up so I can actually see something. And I'm gonna try to shoot it. I don't.
You shoot your staff out, but instead it just shoots like a very poorly designed shotgun and just goes all around. Goes to the Sun Falcon, as the other team has been very slow today, or at least in this combat. And it lays out into Clark. Clark, you are beaked twice as you take 19 damage. I need you to give me 2 reflex saves, please. Oh, I won't even ask for the second one. As it
Hang
beaks
on,
into
'cause
you,
I might
Right, but
re-roll that one because
you might.
yeah, no, I will. I don't want to know what's gonna happen. So that's my last hero point, and I'll re-roll it, but I'll roll twice so I can roll the second reflex as well.
Uh
I'll accept those.
huh. All right. you are able to resist the effects. Demir.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a 5-foot step, and I'm going to cast a spell on Chrome so that he has better armor.
Why, thank you.
Let's see. Which one is not personal? Shield is personal. Wind armor. There you go. You got wind armor.
Yeah, cool. Almost got 20 AC. Woo!
Alrighty. Crom.
Do I see Clark get clocked like that?
You can hear it, but he does have toe cover from the wall.
Okay. I'm probably better off. I was thinking of giving you an escape route. Are you going to try and get out of combat, Jester, or are you going to go like full ham as soon as you get to your turn?
Haven't decided.
Nah. In that case, I'll just go. That's 45, that's 35, that's 40. I could get to there. Would you allow me to get to there?
Yeah.
Alright. Ooh, that's a big body. And I will attempt to hit him with finesse. Her, it, whatever it may be. Let me just check that hasn't got any favored enemy on it. It does not.
You slam your blade into the creature, however you hear a very loud ding noise as it's metal against metal, and you can tell you are doing less damage than normal.
Alright.
With that, the Sun Falcon's body starts to shake and vibrate as its wings pull apart into 3 sets of 2, giving it 6. And its maw opens wide, breaking into 2, jagged teeth coming out of them. It engorges in size, as well as its eyes holding a deeper hatred within them, as it lands heavily on the floor.
Oh dear. Well, I can no longer run away.
It's, this is what happened to the previous one, isn't it? But it's successful this time.
Seems so.
I've done a move as standard. I don't think I've got a
I
swift.
can only believe this thing's gonna have some sort of reach now, so I'm not gonna be able to get rid of escape that unless I withdraw.
As a, because I've got a hero point left, can I do a out of turn action?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to use Heart Pack to give everyone within 30 feet the escape heist ability, escape route teamwork feat.
Which,
It's only when he's moving through you, though, isn't it?
It's any threatened squares. Let me check the feat. When you're adjacent to an ally with this feat, the first time. Wait, no, that's a different feat. I've got the wrong description in there. Let me find it. It is. An ally who also has this feat provokes no attacks of opportunity moving through squares adjacent to you or within your space. I don't know if that's actually going to help you thinking about it.
If it's adjacent to, is it just one square or all of the ones adjacent to you?
It just says adjacent to me. Through squares. I'll send them.
So both of those would be fine then, because they're both adjacent to you.
Yeah. So I'll do that then. That might give her a chance to get out. If she wants to take it.
I just can't be attacked of opportunity, is that right?
Yes.
Cool. Clark will attack it first then, and then move away.
But that's my last hero point.
Oh! He lands
Spicy
a
damage.
very solid blow into this creature as it lets out a scream as well as a screech as metal scrapes against metal, though it stays.
And Clark will move on back.
Nice.
Menfa.
What's the mayor gonna do? Gonna heal Clark or do I heal Clark?
Demira's not here right now. Please leave a message after the tone.
Oh, you beat me.
What did I do?
My joke.
I was gonna ask, but what are you gonna do? Are you gonna heal Clark, or do I heal Clark?
I cannot see Clark.
He's very hurt.
When I get to my turn, I can very much do such things, but currently, I cannot see, and the Sun Falcon is next.
Yeah. Well, she's not next to the Sun Falcon anymore.
If I could see, I don't think I can. I have to be able to see for stuff like
Too late, I'm healing
the
Clark.
immediate one that I have.
Yeah, you would need to see them because it's a target.
Yeah, target of one creature. So I'd have to be able to see Clark to be able to. So that's the only one that I could even use right now, anyway.
Well,
And
that's
not-
me.
Okay.
Not nothing though.
It goes to the Sun Falcon. It slams its talons into the floor as it shakes its body all over. The metal it's soaked into its skin and feathers starts to all melt and roll its way around towards its beak. Raising it high, it creates a orb of the steel material as it starts to bubble and boil. It then sprays it out. And I need Crom, Clark, and Menfa to give me a reflex save each, please.
Oh god.
Oh god, indeed.
We don't have any sort of Phoenix Downs or anything like that, do we?
We do not. Well, G, I might be asking you to make a new drawing at some point in the near future.
You need a G to draw
You've got a
Clark.
decent con. You should be able to survive
I'm
this long
happy.
enough to get healed.
So at least 2 characters.
Okay. Crom and Menfa, you both take 21 damage, whereas Clark takes 10.
Oh my god, you saved that line.
Oh. But Mentha, no.
No,
I can see that, so I will absolutely use.
You
my
cannot.
heal.
He has full cover from the wall.
Oh, okay.
But you've got your turn now anyway.
You indeed have your turn now.
I take it that attack didn't provoke in any way, shape, or form from me.
It did not, no.
Alright.
Is that enough to see?
Yes.
Mentha? Okay. I wish I had an AoE heal, but we're not high enough level for that yet.
level 3. Baby.
What's the best one I'm gonna be able to use? Probably just a regular cure. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a regular cure. Hold on. I believe I can give that extra regen on top of that.
You can.
What is that
Fast healing.
ability? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the ability is called.
It's
Divine Caress, maybe? No.
It's a mage challenge.
Healing spell, that's what it is. As a free action, White Mage may add an element of extra healing to any healing spell she is casting. The affected target gains fast healing equal to the level of the spell for a duration of 1 plus Wismod rounds. So you're going to get fast healing 1 for 5 rounds. Yay! And then I'll cast the spell as well. There you go. And that is
You.
it for now.
Crom.
A limit break to attack, do a limit break to help everyone else.
If you could get its attention onto you and focused so I could get these others healed up, that would be great.
I mean, how hurt does
Do I
this thing
have
look right
line
now?
of effect on Clark right now?
On Clark, yeah, he has partial cover, but yes.
That's fine. I don't. As long as I have an effective line, I can use the
Yeah.
immediate heal on them.
I'll try and hold the line then. I will use Liberate Pack Defense. So everyone within 30 feet for 1 round gains +2 dodge and 20% concealment.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm gonna try and whap it. And bite it.
And bringing down your blades, you crush straight into the middle of its head as you hit brain matter, and it explodes into flames in your axe.
Ow. I should have limit breaks. There's no way of me knowing that.
Meant that you get 1 more
Could have attacked
HP from
first
that
and limit break.
for the next 5 rounds. And then I'm going to go ahead. Now that that thing seems to be dead, I'm going to go ahead and cast Regen on Clark.
You got the wand, haven't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to use.
Oh, I was gonna say.
2 of those.
Yeah, well, we got a few seconds before I can use the next one.
I was probably just gonna pant there, like looking down at the Sun Falcon. Trying to, if it's not disintegrating, look and see if it's got any markings.
It burned in flames immediately.
Okay, it's just gone. Alright.
Yes.
So I will cast 2 regens, but obviously it's going to take a little bit of time for those to work on Clark. Maeyta, I will wait for right now, and I'm going to go up to Crom. I'll use another regen on you, another 2 of them, one after the other as soon as necessary.
Remember, you do still have that troll hand you can use.
I
Apparently I
do.
miss XP.
I think you missed a rat. You missed a rats, I think.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't have it in your notes, there's the troll spore you have.
Yeah, I have it in my equipment. Once per day. Can I use that with the wand as well?
No.
Okay.
That'll put me absolutely fine. But that will take 2 minutes, so any buffs we have will be reduced by that amount. Clark, I take it you've got 2 regens on you as well.
Yeah.
And then do you want to put 1 on Maeyta?
So, how much are you down? Like, quite a bit, Crom?
With the 2 regens, I would be at like 1 from max.
That's fine. I'll leave that as is. I will use one of my few remaining lay on hands for Maeyta.
When y'all are done, we best have a look at this. It's like a slaughterhouse in here. Is this person alive?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Lass. It's my job.
Thank you, Mayor, but... God damn. Who would do this?
Now that you've dealt with the threat in here, you find yourselves within a place you could call a torture chamber or an experimentation room, as there is a table to the far south with plenty of implementations for both. There is a table towards the north and one within almost the center of the room, where 2 creatures had been strapped down and experimented on, as well as having their interiors taken out. Another body is flown across the floor, almost as if it had been dealt with and they didn't get time to properly clean up after themselves. And a final corpse can be found within a see-through iron maiden, though it's more has iron bars, and it has been impaled several times. More times than you think it would need to be killed, though you're not sure what they were testing here. If you do want to identify what these corpses are, you would need knowledge planes.
Planes?
Yes.
I thought you had
Uh,
controls.
Yeah, we don't have that. I don't think so. I'm just gonna look
Knowledge
for the
planes.
markings for
I have knowledge
like.
planes.
Yeah. Do it.
All right.
One of my few knowledges.
Mentha, you know that large corpse is a form of Dretch, which is a demon. As the other two are more humanoid demonic creatures, possibly either incubi or succubi.
These are demons.
Demon.
Yeah.
Well, how'd they get here?
I don't know.
What the hell are they doing with demons? Aliens? Demons? Undead?
You'll know that Dretches are one of the most common and one of the most lower caste form of demons. So it wouldn't be too out of the ordinary that they could control or contain one here. They do know that just general outsider lore. Normally, if you kill an outsider that has been summoned, they go back. However, if they come here via a portal or a called summoning, they stay here when they're dead.
Yeah, so they must have done that. I'm just gonna check over this table.
That table is full of torture and experimentation utensils, so you'll find plenty of pliers, knives, saws, and the like.
Probably don't want to touch any of that. I was about to say we could probably do with a saw, but I don't really want to associate myself with those tools.
Looking at the bodies, can we find any markings or tattoos similar to the animals we found?
Nope. As far as you can tell, they mostly stripped out components from these creatures. Some
Gotcha.
have their hearts or lungs taken, whereas the Dretch has pretty much its entire insides taken out.
You think this is what they've been making these serums from? Outsiders and these alien creatures? It ain't natural, I'm telling you.
They were doing the same with that troll, weren't they?
You're
Harvesting
right.
stuff. So maybe again with these guys, they were just harvesting them?
Maybe. Let's have a look elsewhere, see if we can find something else. Looks like this side is a little bit better kept. We might even find someone responsible for this.
Are you going to be searching the crates and barrels in this north wall?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
look there.
You shall find several scrolls, but nobody here has read magic, so you won't know what they are.
Oh wait, yes we do.
I have some
Okay.
cantrip.
Amongst these scrolls of read magic, you will find cast level 3 of Aid, Barkskin, Blindner, Close Wounds, Consecrate, and Wall Climb.
Ooh. Consecrates can be useful.
Climb would have been nice like 10 minutes ago.
It'll be useful to help us get out of here.
That's true. Let's put those away for now and then we'll move on. Are these like tendrils that are coming out of here, or are they sort of the viscera?
Those are Viscera and Bloods.
Alright. Another slaughter room up ahead.
Well, this whole place has been a slaughterhouse.
That's true. Are you two coming back there?
Clark's busy adding the spells to her
Hello.
spell list.
I have a vast spell list, what can I say?
I was putting the loot, the
Two-
scrolls into the loot.
She's got 2 spells, hack and slash.
I cast fist.
Now what is this?
Entering into this room, you see 4 more cages that have exploded contents on the inside.
How long has the blood been here?
There would be a heal check, I suppose.
Alright, if it's heal, I'm gonna ask Demir. Demir, do you know how long these things
Any-
are here?
Not be a survival?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Sure. Survival would work too.
We'll try both.
All right. As far as you can tell from the different cages, these are around 1 to 2 weeks old.
Okay, so like the others. We're catching up, I think.
Well, it's not like the others. When you were in the other room with all the notes, you guessed that the creature that was in there, well, you thought it was abandoned 7 to 14 days ago.
Right, okay.
So these things exploded within the same kind of time frame.
And is there anything on these tables to the north?
You can check those, however, those are all empty.
Alright. Looks like we bust up here. This sconce, is there anything particular about that at all?
It's not lit, possibly because it was hit with the explosive liquids, but aside that, no.
Let's go down there. I just hope we don't have to fight demons. Come on, y'all.
Take it back now, y'all.
Ah, get out of me.
Sorry.
You were in me.
We
Excuse
weren't
me.
flirting.
I knew it was going to happen. This green viscera, is that just different colours of blood? I take
Different
it.
colours.
This place just gets worse
And
worse.
as you come round to here, you'll notice that one of the cages has not exploded. As you can see, an amalgamation of green engorged skin attached to an owl bed that can be seen housed within the cage. It has not been filled with blood or gore. The creature's breathing is heavy and seemingly abrasive on the man.
Where is this? Oh, down here.
In the middle one. Yeah.
We might need the two of you for this. He looks hurt.
As you approach with your light and just your presence, he will speak over towards you. You must be the newest visitors. I hope you hold no blame for the fact that there is no carpet laid out for your feet.
It's not like we were expecting it.
Well, what brings you to my abode? You merely stumbling here? Or have you been told to wipe us out?
No, we've been investigating the weird creatures that have been coming out of the door out there. We're trying to get rid of the problem, but we don't know what the problem is really.
So, a containment breach. Though it is strange if you think they are still coming and going. No one's been here for quite some time. No one to open and close the doors.
Aye, how long have you been here?
I imprisoned myself after a test went wrong. Serums 14 and 15 did not play well with each other. My mind was muddled, and I went feral after my self-imprisonment. Another who experimented with this was in one of our other bases, but I thought I had fixed the issues. Evidently, I did not.
Hold on, I'm just looking up what those we're supposed to do. Oh, we don't have those ones yet, do we?
Generation and DNA strain combination.
Yeah, I found it. What? Are you all right now? I'm gonna go ahead and give my heal check.
My mind has reformulated itself. I am back to 90% my original form. As you roll heal, you can tell his body definitely isn't playing well with the combination of serums, as he said, but he's not in any danger of dying.
Would it be safe to let you out?
Well, if you're willing to release me from here, I won't bring you any harm.
I don't think that's a good idea. You were one of the scientists here, right? Or whatever the hell you were. Summoning demons and making these monsters.
We are from the Kain Kingdom. Though if you had a modicum of intellect and knowledge, you'd find that out from our materials and gear.
Crob just kicks his cage.
You hurt your foot. I guess if you do it flat foot, it's not going to hurt you. I was thinking more like toe, but yeah, you can kick it flat foot.
Yeah.
What have you been eating? How long have you've been in here for a while, and I don't see any food in there with you.
I have taken more than those 2 serums. Ones we were able to perfect. I do not require food, unlike those who normally regenerate that require sustenance. Though I do feel the pangs.
Would that be number 3?
So, you've been reading through our notes. Shame that we weren't quick enough to destroy those. But yes, I have undergone Serum 3.
What other serums have you got in there?
I underwent 3, 4, 5. And that was before I had any ill results. Aside from those, 14 and 15.
Why would you need 5 if you've already got 3?
We couldn't always test on animals. Our makeups are quite different. We eventually would had to go to humanoid testing, and the funding was going to be cut if we didn't have more results.
What was all of this for? Super soldiers or something along that line?
I am willing to give you further information in request that you set me free from the cage. I could escape eventually, but to speed up that process would be a blessing.
What are you gonna do if you get out? Or when you get out?
Seeing as if I was left behind by the other researchers, I'll go my own way. My intellect should be needed elsewhere.
Sense motive.
Yeah, I wish I had sense motive, but
As far as you can tell, if you open up the cage, he won't harm you.
Would you be willing to take us to the rest of the laboratories and help us clear them out? Not necessarily do any fighting, but like show us where hidden things might be.
I don't particularly wish to go to the other sites. And I've never been to them. I've only been in this lab and a few of our excavation locations.
Speaking of excavation, what is this alien thing that the notes have talked about?
That is a wonderful topic for discussion, but this cage is slightly tight around my throat.
I'm just gonna look around to the others. I don't know what to do. I don't think I want to let them out, but I'm just gonna look at everybody else.
I say believe him. Hell, it might not be the nicest thing to do, but what's to say he ain't gonna try and do this again? Hurt animals, people. That's my vote.
Clark?
Yes.
What do you think?
I'm not too sure if I trust him. I mean, I don't know if I can trust anything in this place.
Minta?
I don't know either. Doesn't feel right to just leave him there, but doesn't. Oh, it doesn't feel right either to just let him out. He's one of the people who was responsible for what's going on.
And considering this is affecting my village, I'm not too keen on letting him out. Only unless he puts an immediate stop to it all.
Right, and he doesn't seem willing to help us put a stop to the rest of it. He just wants to leave.
Exactly. And if he's not willing to stop, well then unfortunately he stays. My village comes first.
Not exactly in a position, inside or outside of this cage, to continue any experiments in this vicinity. You have my word, at least, that I wouldn't be doing anything like this for Kain again.
For Kain, what about for someone else?
But what does your word actually value? I don't know who you are. Your word values nothing.
And then all you'll have is your conceptions of me. As for the dwarf's question, it depends on the company loyalty. This one certainly ditched me and ran.
We could stand here all day thinking about this. We let him out, or we leave him. We gotta make a decision now. We got things to do, plenty of time to do. Well, plenty of places to go, and not a lot of time to do it.
Well, my point still stands. If he doesn't offer any help to my village, then he stays.
I am
Doesn't
offering information.
Well,
I'm gonna open the cage door. Is there a key or something like that that I can find, or just a lock that needs to be broken?
He'll tell you where the key is located.
Sure.
If you have information, why should you not just give it to me now? What's to say you don't try and run as soon as the cage is open?
But he's got a point that if we don't open the cage right now, that we might just leave anyway. I'm opening the door. Where's the key?
You'll find the key in the room to the left of that corridor. He then points into the way you came from with the 4 large cages.
I'll go get it.
Should we expect any danger into this other room? Because we found many things along the way so far.
They do not just come from that way.
Yeah, we killed the Sun Falcon that way. He's talking about, like, up here.
Oh, okay.
I'll get it. I think it's over here, Napaz.
Yes.
Alright, I'll get it. Bring it back. Here. I'll pass the key to Demir. Stand over here.
Alright, Minta, stand back. Crom, Clark, make sure you have your weapons ready, just in case.
I'm blocking an exit.
I'll go ahead and unlock the cage.
It's a bit difficult to unlock the cage as the bars are bent outwards, as it does seem like the creature has been slowly working his way to breaking it outwards. However, you're able to unlock it with a satisfying click and open up the creaky door. The creature stumbles out as he places his hand on the underside of the cage and standing up a bit more upright. He stretches his arms and it cracks his back as he looks around. It was getting cramped in there. Thank you. Even if you did deliberate, you did open it. So, what do you wish to know?
Well, the lass was saying earlier about her village. Well, they've got a problem with tainted meat coming from the creatures that have been experimented on by whatever's going on here. Is there any way that we can get rid of the taint that is affecting the meat?
They've most likely devoured creatures under the effects of Serum 13. If they are under the weather with it, they could drink a concoction of vinegar, salt, and butter.
Does that kill the little parasite beasties?
The combination is a food-adjacent poison to them. It would certainly taste incredibly foul. I mean, it's vinegar, salt, and butter. And it would probably make the villagers throw up for a day or two, but it should cure them of any pupae and worms.
Right, and what about fresh meat coming in from kills?
Sadly, the way that Serum 13 is designed, it is to spread the infection and multiply the pupae. We were running low on the parasites we took from the alien, and making a more earthly designs required us to make them within hosts.
Right, we've got a syringe with one of these little parasite beasties in it. What is a red that we think is kind of like a concoction that one of the chemists or whatever they use in battle.
Yes, the one are you showing him it?
No, I don't currently have it with me. It's in my backpack, but I'm describing it.
Okay. It is rare serum, if the one you describe is the one I'm thinking of. Your approximation that it is a blood rager mutagen is quite close. The liquid inside essentially keeps the parasite alive, and when it's injected, creates a hospitable environment within the creature. The parasite then bonds with you, and you have a symbiotic relationship with it. It grows in you and gives you multiple effects. However, it cannot be removed once implanted. You have to live with the thing.
Are there any negative side effects aside from the normal mutagen ones that make you less lovable looking?
It is the strongest of all of the serums, and thus is quite volatile depending on your biological makeup. Some people, once injected, have the symbiote not take kindly to the new host and eat you from the inside out. Others flew into a fit of rage as it took over their minds. We've only had 2 subjects who survived the process, but they have been stronger than any creature we've brought in.
What type of creatures were they?
One was a Hume, one was a Gria. Unless you mean the creatures we brought here.
No, I think that's what I was talking about.
If you have one, it will be a roll of the dice to if it will give you any benefits, or if it will kill you. It'll also depend on how recently it was made.
Oh, probably a couple of weeks ago at the very least.
It's not a finite time. We haven't really made as much in the past 2 weeks. I think I've been held within my cage for 12, 11 days. It is hard to tell without sunlight. But if it is only 2 weeks old, that is most likely one of the newer variants. So, out of everything, you would probably hold the most likely to take kindly to you.
As in Demir would? Or it would be... I don't understand what they were saying with that.
He's saying that the serum you have, since it's most likely 2 weeks old, it is the most recent version of that serum, so it has the highest chance of working and not killing you, but it still has that chance.
Right. What kind of benefits would that potentially give?
Eternal youth. Never having to eat, never having to sleep. It removes any failures of your body and improves every facet of your being.
At the cost of having a passenger that may or may not kill you at some point.
It only kills you on initiation. If it accepts you, as far as we can tell, you will have a lifelong bond. And since you are eternally young, it is a forever bond.
Right, and of the 4 of us, is there one or another that might be more likely to accept a bond, or less likely to accept a bond?
We haven't tested on such a range of races, so I could not say. Though it is good you do not have any Shin-droids or,
Immortals.
Rogadines. Immortals may work. Their essence may not be from here, but they do inhabit a body.
Right. Alright, I think that's all the questions I can think of for now. Does anybody else want to ask anything?
Well, you said you don't want to come with us, but you at least give us the locations of the other labs.
Clark, go ahead and pull out that map for us, please.
About the map.
As I say, I've only been to this one and excavation sites. I have heard talk of others, but we mostly use code words, and only the people who know of the place know the code word to the place. Looking at your map, you already know the same place as I do.
What about the excavation sites?
They're mostly for materials. There are several places in the forests, but I don't think they would matter to you much. It's mostly just where creatures are. Unless you want me to show you a place on the demon realms.
I don't think we're going to be heading that way anytime soon. It's a little above our pay grade.
And neither am I. I don't have the capabilities of opening portals there.
Do you know this facility pretty well?
Yes, I worked here for 6 months at this point.
Do you think there's anything left here that might benefit us that we might not have found already?
He runs off a list of things, but as far as you know, the things he's listing you've already gathered up.
How long have you been doing these experiments for? You said you've been here for 6 months, but how long has this place existed? Or the others?
We all kind of made them around the same time. We took over previous locations. The experimentations started at 6 months ago. We did have some construction work before then, but we didn't take any animals or test anything before then. We were leading towards a completion, and we're going to be moving on. You might have guessed it, but not many of us are going to be moving on. Looking at my new form.
And do you know what exactly went wrong? Who attacked this place or found this place or whatever happened?
We lost contact with one of our bases, and we did send someone there to check it out, but then they never came back. There was also plenty of migrants heading this way. Many of us deduced we were found out and decided we had to evacuate our different locations. Outside of that, I can't tell you much more than the past 2 weeks.
Is there anything we can do to stop this parasite or whatever it is from spreading to the rest of the game animals and whatnot?
The clear wave was sent out. Anything that dies will have the evidence removed.
So kill everything and let nature take its course and repopulate the area later.
Let nature take its course may be a misused phrase, but it's good enough as any. Once that was sent out, it causes most the serum's effects and their creatures to spontaneously combust if they receive enough bodily damage or just indeed die.
Aye, that has been happening to all these things that we've been fighting.
I felt another clear wave. Did you happen to meddle with some of our machines?
There was a watchtower up north that we messed with, and then there was one down here that we might have broken a little bit.
It was within the past few minutes, so it would have been the southern one. That was one of the machines we were using, and we sent out the clear wave through that. If you meddled with it without knowing what it did, it would have sent out a second clear wave. It possibly agitated the creatures who have the serums. If you were so close, did you not have any serums yourself? You said you carry the parasite one in a syringe.
We still have that one in my bag somewhere, but I don't have it with me. Would that affect that little guy in there?
Most probably. The closer you are to the clear wave, the more of a detrimental effect it has. These cages were the result of the first clear wave.
So that little thing's probably useless by now, eh?
It shall depend on how it reacts. None of these cages held a parasite host.
Do you really
As I
think
say, we did not have too many experimentations with 28. It was the newest thing we had, and we didn't have as many creatures to use.
you really thinking of using that thing, Demir?
I'm considering it.
You a fool. Can't you see how bad things have come from people messed about with genetics? Well, what genetics? With natural
The damage has already been done. Why not gain something from the endeavor?
It's not right. Yeah, so I'll just walk away from the conversation.
Anything else I can give you insight towards?
I think that's it for me.
We asked about the alien mother. What's that about?
Ah, yes, the alien. It came from far away. You already know it's an alien. I take it you know what an alien is.
Sort of.
Well, it certainly did not come from the moon. It landed in these lands about a year ago. However, it was badly damaged on its arrival, and it dug into the earth, creating a crater and having the topside collapse in, making it a prison. Though that creature is able to subside off of the nutrients in the ground, and it seemingly has a reverse photosynthesis. It absorbs darkness instead of the sunlight. Could also say it absorbs the radiation, but there isn't that much on the surface of the planet. We found it during our building of the facilities, and were able to apprehend it. It was a creature beyond any of our knowledge, and its sheer size and ferocity proved that our experimentations could go through quicker, or at least offer up a different serum. That is what we take the younglings from. Its birthed creatures are what we use for Serum 28.
What's that designed to do?
Serum 28 or the... Because he
The
already
serum.
explained what 28 did.
Oh.
28 is the symbiote.
Oh, gotcha.
If you did indeed go to the watchtower to the north, were you able to use the machines properly, or was there an explosion from it?
No, I think Crom, the one that just walked away a little bit ago, I think he figured it out pretty well. We shot it down without any sort of explosions or anything like that.
Then the alien mother still lives. The piping from that machine leads through the mountains and earth into her chamber. There was a failsafe that it could explode that area and remove the evidence. But if there was no such explosion, the alien yet lives.
Oh my. Where would we find the alien?
I was not one of the researchers assigned to their location. All I know is it is underground. You could possibly find more from one of the other labs. Maybe you could find someone or something they left behind that could tell you where it is. But if it is left alone, I would say it can't leave where it is too easily. Any other questions you have for me?
Is the alien mother, is it vulnerable to any sort of specific type of damage?
Since it absorbs darkness, it has an aversion to the light, similarly to the vampiric serums we made. Outside of that, it takes damage like any other monster, though its hide is quite thick.
Do we know the location of it?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
I think that's all we've got for you. Do you need any healing or anything like that before you
No.
leave?
Do not heal me.
Alright. Why?
One of the side effects of my combinations of serums makes healing quite hurtful.
Alright then.
If that is all, I shall take my leave.
Yes, I believe that's all we have for you.
I wish you well in your tracking down of the other locations. I share no love for the kind anymore. Maybe I'll find a way to reverse some of my particular effects.
What's your name?
Isaiah. Shall I be giving your names to someone else?
The name's Demir.
I don't know who you were giving it to, but I'm Mentha.
I'm Clark.
And Mopey around the corner is Chrome.
Don't tell him my dad. Fine.
Well, if I ever see you out in the fields, I'll know what name to shout to get your attention. And Tycia walks down the hallway, jumps across the chasm, and leaves.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, I agree.
Can't believe you, Demir. You really gotta think about using that thing.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any negative problems from it.
Oh, maybe. The fact that you using something hundreds of things died for. Maybe that.
That's a moral quandary, not physical reality.
I thought you were better than this.
It could just outright kill you.
That's true.
No, I'm dead.
I was distracted, sorry, I can't help you.
Ooh, and almost unconscious too. Clark, as you try to shimmy your way across that rope, your hand will slip and you are falling.
Can I see them when they start?
Yes?
Just barely. Feather fall. A choco feather, I mean.
Okay, fella. Nice.
I also
Aw.
have that,
Fine.
but you got
I
it.
remember that.
Blood
It's worth
falls
the
from the
cost for your
rope,
spell list every
and
now and again.
then they just slowly fall down into the abyss. Your feet eventually hit the floor, though it is jagged, and you're pretty sure you would have been impaled if you fell down properly.
You alright down there?
Just fine.
Can you see?
idiot!
I can't see a goddamn thing.
Also, none of you can see her either.
I can't, I take it either.
No.
Right, pretty far down. Shit.
Oh, now what do I do?
I can head down there and try and pull her out.
Wall climb last. How? Just looking at wall climb.
I think it's single target, isn't it?
It
Yeah,
is.
it's single
It
target,
is
yeah.
10 minutes per level.
So it would be 20 minutes because the second level scroll? How does that
Yeah.
work?
The scroll should be cast level 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be 30 minutes.
Do I
Yeah, 30
have
minutes,
time to learn the spell?
It takes 1 hour to learn a spell from a scroll.
Alright. I don't want to lose the scroll.
I could just head down there and pull her out.
Are you sure about that?
Nope, but what else we got?
Clark, do you have any idea how far down it was?
Well, I fell for a while, and then I hit the ground. I can't see you, but I can hear you, just.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and just say, Maeyta, would you mind?
Well, I can only light myself up.
Oh. Is that how it works?
The way I do it, yeah.
Damn. I have a lantern, but I'm not going to chuck that because I assume it would just break on impact. Fuck. Right, I'm going down. Do you need me to climb down, or do you want me to...
Yep, run me a climb.
Alright. I'm going to take off my armor again. Climb down.
Might as well climb up on the correct side.
Terrible.
Alrighty. From, you're able to descend the side of the chasm and get down to the bottom. Though you can't really make out much down here because it is, again, pitch black, so you just see black. Though you can see the silhouettes of the spikes as well as Clark.
Clark, I'm coming up to you. Don't swing your sword.
Okay.
I'll sort of grab her by the
I can kind
hand.
of hear you scouring down. You're not that.
Ooh.
No, well, like, I'm just saying to like lead her to the edge. Like I can tell which edge is correct, right?
Yes.
Right.
You can also see you now that you're down there.
Yeah, but it's just black and white, so.
It's just
Go.
black. The only part of white you can see is Clark.
Could I like get her to hold on to me and I'll climb out?
Yeah, she can piggyback.
2 levels of embarrassing in one day.
And with Crom's ability to climb, and is Clark gonna do piggyback, or is he got too much ego?
Yeah, she's piggybacking.
And Crom is able to climb out of the chasm with Clark in tow. And now that you've gone up and down with your climb, you can tell there is a 60-foot drop.
Do we want to move the rations out, or are we fine?
Well, we need to find a way to feed the town as much as possible for as long as possible. We kind of need all that food.
All right then. Let's just do that. We'll set
Plus,
up
my
the...
backpack is over there as well as.
That's true.
Yeah, mine too.
that.
Well, let's just do that then.
You need to grab all those rations, and you need to grab your rope.
So what do we need to just sort of clear up effectively?
I'll say you can do a pile of take 10s and get it all out.
Alrighty.
So, but me and Maeyta have to get out of here too somehow.
You can take 10s. That you'll have ropes and everything.
All right, that's good. Maeyta, go ahead and hop on.
Thank you, Mr. Demir.
Now, this impact is going to be a little bit rough as I just hop off and swing down like Tarzan into the wall. That's going to suck in the morning.
Seeing as I'm alone with Clark, I'm just gonna say, look, I don't trust him too much no more. He'd be acting weird, and that thing said he was a vampire.
Clark? Jester? You lit up and never came out.
I don't think I
You're lighting up. Oh, I heard something.
Hello?
Hello.
You back?
Back. I don't know what happened.
Crom was just saying that he's not sure if he trusts Dimir at the moment.
I guess we'll just have to keep our eye on him. You never know. I don't trust city folk. Too uptight.
I agree. And I wouldn't use one of them syringes. Just
With
with a
everything
nil
that's been
like
going
that.
on.
Hell yeah. I ain't saying he's all bad, but... There we go. We'll keep an eye out.
It's fine. I'll have your back as always.
Oi, Grom, can you catch this rope for me? As I untie the rope from this side and chuck it over to the other side.
Of course. And yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
And I will grab up all of the weight of all the crap over here, and I'll make my way across over there. I might take a couple of trips, so I might actually tie it off to the sconce over here for a little bit, just to get stuff across a little bit at a time.
That is fine.
Eventually, we'll just make it over here, though.
And you all find your way back outside with the goods in tow.
Well, that was interesting. How we all feeling? You want to rest after that, or of course away from here? We don't know if those things are going to come back that made those marks on the trees.
We've got to find a place to rest and start heading our way towards the next location. Probably head that way first, and then rest on the way.
Sounds good. We can drop off the rations back at Maeyta, and then head over to the Fey Forest from there and see what we find.
Aye.
Let's go.
Didn't Demir want to go to the mines?
Did I?
You did mention something about that, yeah.
Why did I want to go to the mines?
Talk to the vampires about becoming a vampire.
Oh, yeah. I would like to do that. I forgot about that.
We'll just head that way, then.
Alrighty. You make some distance away from the door with the rumored spiked creatures, and with it far behind you, the moon starts to raise up into the sky as it's time for Betty Bye. Clark, from me D100.
I mean, what happens?
What happens is something. Give me a second.
I'd also like to do a heal check on Clark now that she's getting ready to rest and wake up in the morning as
Sure.
well. Also with her saves or whatever she needs.
Was that like a pit?
Yeah.
Just did.
Do you wanna do a heal check on yourself?
I can do that.
Might be an idea.
Assist with that if you want it.
Sure, why not?
Probably don't need it, but
Okay, Clark, I need you to give me a fortitude save. Demir, give me a will save.
I dear.
You do have +2 to that from the check, though,
It's
don't
plus
you?
4.
Oh, is it +4? Nice.
Do I have any pluses to this?
No. Hey,
Still better off than Clark.
Clark, it's not going to happen right now. It's going to happen in the morning. You have a disease, and it's not playing well with you in the morning. Clark, you take that.
Oh, that's painful.
Indeedly. As for Demir, you find nothing wrong with yourself.
Alright.
Clark, I need you to give me a perception. And those ability score damages don't affect perception, so you get it at full, either way. Okay, as you are camping here, and it comes to Clark's watch, which is the end of it, I'm pretty sure. Yes, this. The sun starts to rise on the horizon, and you're able to hear the creaking of wood of a wagon wheel, as you can notice a caravan slightly towards the west heading northways.
I will quickly ruffle the party to get them to wake up and just say we've got a company.
Are we all restored for our resources or no?
No.
Okay.
Once everyone's awake, Clark will approach the noise.
What happened? What? How?
As you approach the noise, Clark, you will see a carriage going north.
Hello there.
The carriage comes to an abrupt halt as the driver pulls on the reins to rein in the chocobos, and you see a villager peek his head out from the corner of the carriage. What are you doing around these parts? You know we're near. Are you leaving Maeyta? You need a ride? You want a hitch?
Are you heading towards Maeyta?
No, Maeyta's not north. We're going away from Maeyta.
Well, that's the direction we're heading.
Hey, ain't you Clark?
That'd be the one.
Yeah, you're that lassie who keeps cooking his parents' food and giving it to other people when they needed it.
I mean, I'm bringing back a load of food for them.
Ah, yeah. Well, that spells good luck for the people who left in Maeyta.
People that's left?
Oh yeah, plenty of people packing up. But come on closer. Why am I shouting down the road to you?
I'll just let you know that I've got the rest of the party behind, but they're just waking up at the moment, so they might be a while.
Are they from Maeyta too?
They're not from Maeyta, but they're from around the parts. One of them's a city boy, though.
A city boy? Well, it might be a good thing we caught up with you then, Clark. Might need some tips from your city boy. You know what? Since you're not coming to me, I'll just come to you. He then, cracks the reins and has his carriage turn around and do 180 and come back over to you. So, where's this camp you got? You were sleeping in late. I would think if you're near Maeyta, you'd be used to getting up early for the farms.
Yeah, I'm alright with my sleep. I can get up quite early. I was just on the last watch, just making sure that we're all safe.
Alright then, what's all this about?
And speaking of the city boy, there he is.
What do you want, Clark?
Hello there, sir. Me and my family are migrating northways after all these troubles hitting Maeyta, not seemingly to get better. You might got any advice for us going up north?
Well, there's a war going on up there you might want to avoid.
Yeah, we heard that, but I think we'll have better luck just making our little home away from fighting, because, well, it's better to have some fighting nearby than the disease in your village.
Well, we're working on curing the disease. It's gonna end soon anyways, but we've also got lots of food for everyone to hopefully get you through what's happening now.
Well, I can tell you that the disease is not going to get any better.
But true, yours is the group looking to sort this out. I mean, it's been about 2 weeks, so, but kind of lost faith. Some other people already backing up their stuff, got all up high. We're all, well, they're planning to leave as a group, but we ain't sticking around to have our bones show on.
Well, I'll tell you true. We've ended the plague from spreading, and now it's just gonna burn itself out in what it's left in. And soon enough, we should have everybody getting fresh, good meat, and plenty to eat.
Really? Well,
Have
ain't
we?
that some good news? Well, I could say, city folk know their diseases if you're getting rid of it already and bringing food to boot. You got enough for the whole village?
I believe we've got enough for the whole village for a couple of days at least.
Couple of days, well, if you're saying you got rid of the disease through and through, I guess we can get back to hunting and fishing.
Well, what's got the disease now is still gonna have it. It's not gonna propagate any further.
Really? I don't know. If it's still going for a few days, if you've only got food for a few days, it might not line up. How are we gonna know for sure this isn't gonna happen again?
Well, all of the facilities that were causing the diseases,
Facilities? There's people doing this?
there were not anymore.
I damn don't right want to be here if there's people doing this.
Well, sir, that's your prerogative.
What kind of monster-infested headed people would want to put a plague on a village? We've not even done anything. We've been farming. The only thing bad around here, if you could call it bad, is Chensho, and he used to be a mercenary, but he's not that
Well-
anymore.
Let's just say I don't think it was meant to be purposeful. I believe they were just doing experiments, and the experiments went a bit too far.
Experiments?
They were trying to improve things for people, and it didn't go as planned, and then something happened, and then things got weird. I don't know the whole story, but that's about it.
The best thing is it's mainly stopping. We just need to wait for it all to burn out. If you come back to the village, I'm sure we can give a full handover to Chencho, and he can do a big announcement to everybody.
Well, not exactly fond of this idea that, people been propagating this. I'm gonna have to ask some of you to make diplomacy checks.
Okay? Who?
And Demir, because Demir was talking as well.
Alright, I got a -2, and that's still got a plus still health.
Eh. I've not exactly seen much past the mountains. And I'm thinking a new locale is going to do pretty well for our family. The more and more I hear about this disease, the more and more I don't like it. Chenjo's a good man and all, but this has gone on for too long, and it's been going on for too long.
Well, I guess the next best thing is if you give me your name and potential location of where you're staying, and then I can send word out to you to say when it's all completely cleared up, and then we can move back. I wouldn't want to lose any villagers.
It's a bit of a hassle to come back and forth. We're kind of aiming to make a new life up north. If it doesn't go well, I guess we can come back if you send up word everything's all sorted. But you can just send word up to Matthew.
Look, Matthew, if I may, the kingdom up there is in a wall, a big wall. And all this crazy things that have been happening are because of said wall. If you think for a second this weird disease ain't gonna go that far, or that you might be caught between both sides, you're wrong. You're better off with Maeyta. But if you think your family, your children, are better off away from experienced mercenaries like Chensho and places you know and fields you worked before, then by all means.
Roll me diplomacy.
Shit. Nope.
Well, I do thank your group just for paying a good mind to us and giving us the rundown of everything that's been going on. But with everything in mind, it definitely feels like we'd be best off just heading on our way and finding some place that doesn't have this plague. As I say, I'd rather take my chances with some wars going past your window than a plague coming in from the inside out. I mean, hell, we're getting on close to 3 months of this stuff now. But if do get all done, well done on yourselves, and hope you have a better stay in Maeyta than we did.
Alright, you got enough food to get through to where you're going?
Nope.
Alright, we can change that for you. I'll just grab like 10 rations out of the stockpile that we have in the cart and just toss them in with them.
Hey, that's that stuff that Chensho must put stews with. I heard it's kind of hard and not exactly much better than water, but thank you for your generosity, sir.
It'll keep you alive till you get there.
It'll certainly keep us happier. I mean, my stomach's definitely gone half in size since this plague thing's going around. Well, I don't want to keep you. It seems like some of you still got your sleeping hats on. I'll let you get back to your bedtime, and again, good luck on the road.
Good luck, Matthew. And just remember, if you need to, you can come back anytime.
Matthew hitches his ride back onto his carriage, and it does another 180. Chocobo's probably not happy about it at all, but follows the commands of his master and it continues on northways.
It's getting worse. We need to get a move on.
Agreed. I don't want to lose any more villagers. I'm sure Ma and Pa are really not happy about this.
They might have to move on soon, Claude, if we don't get these food to them soon.
I can head to the mines by myself if you guys want to just take the cart with food to the
Hell no.
village.
I ain't trusting those fang-lit faces with you on their own. You made some shady decisions there, Demir, but I think you're a good man at your core. Last thing we want is to leave you there with them.
I don't think I've made any shady decisions as of yet. I'm thinking about making one that is definitely shady, but I don't really want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's going on with you, we will help you.
Alright, let's get on to the mine since it's morning, as it seems to be.
You can have the rest of your morning meditations and the like, and the day will fully move on to the next. At which point, Clark will get those ability damages, and you will get your resources back. Or at least whatever you get from resting.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. We're almost to the point where we need to start actually tracking that when we sleep, aren't we?
Yes.
Alright, so it's your casting modifier plus your
Cast level.
caster level.
So if you it's 9, because you're level 3 and 6 mod.
Yeah, so I've got plenty then.
Yeah, for you, it's only going to really matter if you go down to 0 and stuff.
Right. For now.
For now. Though you also have the trait for +1 MP, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, that also recovers 1, so you regain 10 when you rest. So yeah, 0 brings you to 10 out of 11.
Nice.
But you had 6, so you're fine.
Before we rest, do we need to survival for supplies? Or are we going to eat some of the rations on the way back?
We do also still have that wand that we can try to use.
True.
The create, or the wand of summon food and water.
Indeed.
Does someone have UMD trained?
No. So it's going to be hard to get it to work, and none of us have good charisma, so...
It
It
requires
also
training.
requires training.
Yeah.
Oh, it
we'd
does?
Have to use. Yeah, we'd have to be trained in it.
Oh, okay. So we can't even use it then. Okay, never mind.
Something we need to invest in next time we level, I think.
Yeah. Who's got the highest charisma?
None.
who has the non-negative charisma?
We all have negative charisma, I think.
Oh boy.
We're all at -2. Modified.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure.
Yes.
Did you not notice this after your failure at trying to keep the residents staying in Maeyta?
Oh well.
No, I mean, I remember last week I made that little mention about all of us like being a little bit of jerks to each other, and then Mentha's just like quiet.
Until they blast apart their enemies with criticals.
And they're still quiet about that.
Just a
Just a shy little guy.
Alright, on to the mines.
Do we need survivals?
Unless you're eating rations.
no. The whole point is we're dumping off the rations really at Maeyta, isn't it, to keep them fed?
Yeah.
Yes. Crom is able to get food for everybody. Mentha just like starts to walk away, and then Crom just comes back with arms full of mushrooms.
She can help me. Well, yeah, sorry. Mentha's a. They? Yeah. They can help me carry some.
They are gender fluid and non-existent, so
Yeah.
they have accepted he, she, and they.
Yeah, any. Been enjoying all the combinations I've been floating around.
Is Apache attack helicopter acceptable?
You can call them a vegetable.
Normally call it Twiglet, to be fair.
Sprout has also been one that's fairly
Yeah.
common.
Whenever you call them Twiglet, it just reminds me of the Twiglets that are tasting horrible. The things that are meant to be like Marmite but don't taste anything like Marmite.
Oh, I know what you mean.
And as you all make your way back to the Slip Silver Mines, Demir bursts into flames, and we shall end the session there.
Oh!
Well, thank you for the session. Hopefully Demir's not dead.
Right.
He's fine.
For
now.
now.
Yeah, once he injects in that parasite, I'm going to have to roll some dice for you.
I have not decided to do that yet.
But you want a friend. You also want to be eternally young, don't you?
I do, but, you know, consequences are also potentially very, very bad.
Nah.
I'm also curious if I did do that and then somebody cast like an aging spell on me or something like that, would I gain the benefits and not the
No.
detriments?
He said eternally young, so you just always be young adult.
Oh,
Yeah, also for the skill challenges, there's a fast experience for all of the skills.
oh boy.
Oh, damn. Is that enough? I don't think it is.
No, you should be like 700 away, I think.
For 331? 331.
It depends on which experience thing I lost, or it probably is for 300. Uh, 231. No, yeah, 331. You're right. So, if that is the case, prepare level 4, but do not apply it.
Alright.
Make sure you know what spells you want, so we don't have to wait for you making spells.
I'll try to do that tonight.
Hmm.
Oh, how many spells would I have had time to learn during our downtime?
6. However, you do need to make spellcrafts for each one.
Okay, and I would also
I would also have to